Hello, everyone, and welcome to Perilous Paths here on GDQ Hotfix. My name is Cutie. At first thing I have to do is shout out the hype train, which is already at level 2, and I just did my sub. So if you're here, thank you for doing that. We hadn't even started the show yet, and we already had a hype train for Blueprints. That's how you know this is a good episode. So, as always, we are the first show here on Monday. So before we talk about what we're going to be doing here today, which is going to be awesome, you can always check out the full schedule for the week at hotfix.gg/ no, what am I doing? gdq.gg/hotfix. The hype train's got me frazzled. Or gamesdonequick.com/hotfix, whatever, it all works. We got some amazing runs. We also have Fatales coming up. Personally, I have my eye on the Small Saga run on March 10th because that game is very near and dear to my heart. But you can also check out the full schedule for that event over there. So let's talk about the name right now. We have had Blueprints on the show before, back in the early days when it first came out. This is something totally different, so I'm not going to count it as the first time we've rerun a game, but if you want to, I won't hold that against you. And just like if you've ever been near a retirement home, bingo night is perilous and scary and stuff happens. So I'm excited to see what's going to go on with that, and we of course have Silksong Mind running that. Good friend of mine, we have co-hosted multiple marathons together. Super excited that she could be here, and of course we also have Gelly and Pickled Human doing comms for that. And then we are going to move in to kind of old school Perilous Paths, what we specialize in, which is going to be a super hard Metroidvania. That's going to be Hollow Knight Silksong, done by Visuals. That's any percent, no major glitches. Super excited for that. Also met Visuals at AGDQ. So if anyone's thinking about attending events, definitely a good place to meet people and to network. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get directly into the bingo. Our first, let's call it a challenge run. I'm going to say it's a challenge run. Blueprints B Quest Bingo with Cell and Friends. How are you all doing today?
Doing great. Thank you, Cutie. Hello, everyone. I'm Silksong Mind, or Cell for short, and this is Blueprints B Quest Bingo. We'll explain what that means once we kind of get going. But basically, it's a bingo run. It'll make sense. I promise. Will I delete my profile and get reset? Do my commentators want to say hello?
Sure, I will go first, as I'm alphabetically first. My name is Gelly, and I have a lot of experience in Blueprints through a lot of different avenues. I was a playtester on this game, but as well, I've done a fair bit of speedrunning and bingo stuff. You may recognize me from the SGDQ 2025 version of BQuest Bingo.
Hi, and I'm alphabetically second, so I'll go second. My name is Pickled Human, and I run a lot of dare mode, mostly unsuccessfully, but I play a lot of this game as well.
Yeah, these two are wonderful and fantastic and far better at this game than I am, but you know, this is why I have them here. So I'm going to click new game. Time doesn't start right away. This is going to give me a chance to review the board while the cutscene is playing. So we're going to start new game. Pardon the bingo board shifting for a second while I get this to appear. Okay. I do want to shout out quickly Esgrunt for vetting this board for me. Esgrunt's my longtime board vetter for all of the marathon runs I do. And so huge shout out to him and to all vetters in the various communities, because that's important. Okay. Already I'm like, what is this board? Wait, what? Okay.
Well, what is this board? Let me explain. BQuest Bingo, in particular, is a lot more different to the standard bingos that you expect. Instead of building lines across the board, we have this 9x5 structure, which is reminiscent of the actual map of the game, the manor in-game. Blueprints, in case you're not familiar, is a roguelike designed around building a manor up from every time you open a door, you can pick from 3 different rooms and they have different directions that they can go. It'll be very intuitive when we get into it. And so the bingo board is built in much the same way. And the eventual goal of Blueprints, at least the first sort of step, is to make it to room 46, which is past the end of the 45 main rooms. And it's a whole big, bold mystery. We may or may not get there. For our bingo, instead, we're going to try to build a line from start to goal using squares that are adjacent and next to each other. So it is key to understand that this board is a series of 43 different conditions. You have the start and the goal, which are not really conditions, you just have to connect the two. The other two static parts of the board are open west gate and open orchard gate, which always tend to happen. They're very easy conditions to hit on day one, and so they also are the least effective in terms of affecting your ability to make it to the goal, so that's why they're put in the corners there. And then conditions go from easy to hard the closer and closer you get to the goal. So for example, the ones that are right next to start end with a live animal just requires you ending a day in rooms that we can get pretty easy access to, as we'll see shortly, or drafting 2 nights in a day, which are 2 rooms that are relatively common out of the stack, the deck that you can draft these rooms out of. Meanwhile, near the top, the 3 goals, the 3 squares that are next to the goal are the hardest, and they are the gatekeepers to making it into the so-called antechamber. On the left, you have use 5 upgrade discs. Upgrade discs are pretty plentiful, but each one is not a trivial thing to be able to get access to, and 5 of them requires a decent amount of luck or weighing it around to try to figure out how to get those. So we'll see exactly how those come together. 3 are easy, 4 is a little bit harder, 5 is pretty difficult. At the bottom, we have gain chest power, which is contingent on being able to get access to the chest chamber, which is primarily indicative of being able to unlock some blue flames. We'll get there when we get there, but also you have to draft a very particular roster of rooms on the board to get it as well. Chest power up is very powerful, but the issue is that it's very difficult to get those rooms. So that's more of a luck sack attempt to finish the board there. And then on the right is 2 full directory categories, the most consistent of all of them, which just requires you drafting, say, all of the hallways, all of the red rooms, which we'll get into momentarily. So Cell is about to start here, skipping the first cutscene. And yeah.
All right, and time is going to start now.
Good luck, have fun.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
There we go.
Having skill issues, I know.
So I will let Pickle talk about what your standard sort of first day arrangement is.
Sure. So our goal on the first day is pretty straightforward. There's a few permanent additions that we can get in this game that sort of enable future runs through the house to go better. Our main goal for today is to open the garage, get out, open West Gate so we get access to the outer rooms, and also open up the gem cave. What Cell's doing right now, so the first thing she does is she grabs the blueprint and then drafts 3 rooms within the first 25 seconds to enter a state called V mode, or veteran player mode, which is sort of an internal thing that we found out through a little bit of looking into the code of the game, where the game recognizes that we're a veteran player of the game, we're trying to speedrun, and it'll sort of adjust the luck of the rooms we draft to make it easier to get to room 46 and do other things we might want to do while we're speedrunning. So Cell's just solved the utility closet puzzle, which will allow her to open up the gem cave, and that's our first big step towards a productive first day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I scrambled a bit there, nervous at the very opening, so I drafted more rooms than I probably needed to. But that was to ensure V mode got activated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, getting V mode is definitely required, but there's also an advantage to drafting as many rooms as possible. One of the difficulties with your days is that you end up getting flooded with a lot of common rooms, which are nice for resources. For example, the drafting room here contains a safe, which has a gem in it, but it costs a gem. So it also has 3 doors on the access to it. So like drawing room as a common, very nice room to have access to. But there's a lot of rooms like the closet, which was the first thing that we ended up drafting, or like the billiards room, which you kind of want to get out of the drafting pool if you want to extend day 1 past any sort of seriousness, to where you can start getting the more unusual rooms that start giving you the conditions. Like, for example, gaining chest power up requires either a rare/unusual room, which is the study, or her ladyship's chamber, which can only be gotten on day 2. So there's a strategy of extending your days as long as possible, but as anyone who's played this game casually knows, it's quite difficult to be able to make it pretty far because the game has incentive structures in place to prevent you from making it very far. It's about managing as many resources as you possibly can, and especially through as much bingo play as Cell has had, she's very familiar with how to extend days to being as long as possible. This is the dartboards puzzle, which is simply math.
-3. -3 is 8. 8?
Yeah, you had your cursor on 8. It's okay. Don't worry. Solving this puzzle just requires at least for our purposes, when we only solve it at most like 10 different times, is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, which seems relatively simple until it's a color puzzle, and it ends up being really difficult finding the numbers that are the results of the problems, etc. But the rewards that you get are keys, which are very important to the progress of the game. Pickled, if you can go a little bit into detail about the importance of keys in this game.
Sure, yeah. Keys open doors, and they also open boxes, which boxes have resources in them, and doors let us go from one room to another room. Early in the manor, most doors are unlocked, so they're not really that important early on. But as we go deeper into the manor, as we go to higher ranks, particularly on the right side of the manor, more and more doors will be locked, and we will need keys to progress. Our other resources, gems we use for drafting higher value rooms. Dice lets us re-roll our drafts if we don't like our options. And then money, if we end up in a shop at any point, we might buy some things. A lot of important resources. There's a number of other special items in the game as well. Earlier, Cell picked up a... I'll pause for a moment because we're about to do...
We're gonna first objective. All right, story time, everyone. Story time, chat. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess what the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said. About a red prince and his book, the red book we just read.
All right, and that's a condition. Reading the Red Prince book, which is right kitty corner from the start condition, reading the Red Prince aloud. The reading the books aloud thing was a meme that has stuck around for, in my opinion, a little bit too long, but people seem to like it so much, so we've kept it on boards for this point on. Getting access to the Red Prince is primarily done through the nursery, which is I believe it's a common bedroom that shows up quite a bit. It's either common or standard. And then...
Pick up nothing?
Yeah.
Hang on. I do not have dig up nothing.
You do not have dig up nothing. Sorry. You'll have to take that disadvantage, unfortunately. And then the other half of it, which is getting the library books, we'll see once we get a library. And now we have access to Garage. Garage was the most important part of this day in my assessment because it gives us access to Westgate. Once you have access to the utility closet, you can use that switch to power the garage, which allows you to open the door and get access to the Westgate. The Westgate has access to the outer rooms, which are a series of 8 different rooms that you can draft on any day that change the way that you play the game. So, for example, there is the shelter, which will shield a bunch of red rooms.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I take pantry. You're not going to take off. Are you going to take office?
Office would end the day, but also office.
It's a red letter. It's an upgrade disc. It's not a bad idea.
It's an upgrade disc.
But you want more out of a day one, especially because you can get things like workshop is a standard now, for example.
But also, that feels like a good omen. We've been blessed by The Office.
We never see Office again.
We never see Office.
See it again.
Office is notorious because it is the only king piece that we have access to. If we were to be doing the chess power up, which we can't do on today, we need one of every piece type, which is dependent on chess pieces that are present inside of every room. And the office is the only one that we have access to that is a king. So we need to get that room. And even though it is standard, which is the second difficulty out of 4, it never shows up. It never wants to show up. Part of the difficulty is that the game does not want to give you rooms that cost too many gems if you don't have a lot of gems to begin with. We were kind of lucky in that regard, but it was facing the wrong way, which is just usually how these things tend to work. So we will probably want to have the office eventually, especially because it is both a red letter, it is a safe, and it is also an upgrade disc. It is the freest upgrade disc that is present in the game.
Excuse me?
Well, it's ducked drafting. I don't know what to tell you.
We could
red rooms.
I thought that only activated from
no, it's 40% from unpowered and it's 70% from powered.
Okay, cool.
It's brutal. Sorry.
One.
To explain the dismay that she's had over this. Every time you draft a red room, you tend to get a massive downside. And these red rooms have their advantages in that they allow you to draft a lot more, but you have to be taking on these great difficulties, these crosses to bear in order to keep going. Archives, for example, now prevents us from seeing all the rooms that we're drafting, and we're just going to have to make guesses, which is really tough because a lot of the time there is one particular room out of 3 that you're going to want. It seems like we're doing pretty well with the archive rooms that we're drafting here.
5. I need 5, so 2 more.
Okay. Yeah, one of the conditions on the board, if you do not see it, is in the second column on the 3rd row from the top. Draft 5 archived floor plans in a day. So that's something that she's keeping in mind. But to explain the second half of it, when you're drafting out of security, security is what is called a power conduit room. Essentially, there is a power system mechanic in this game where power can be transferred through particular rooms. And most of the red rooms have that ability, and the game has an incentive to connect rooms that have power to each other. So when you're drafting out of a room that can have power going through it, it will give you more rooms that can have power going through it. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Excuse me. What? Wait, what? Wait, huh?
Pickled human, where are we? I was just talking about.
We're in a place called the Boiler Room. It is one of like 2, maybe 3 different power sources that you can get in this game. There's a big complicated puzzle with it where you're turning pipes and activating valves repeatedly. We've memorized the optimal combination of turns at each of these points to get through this room. But Sel's doing this so she can unlock a door and also potentially send power someplace. Who knows if she will end up actually doing that.
I can't lab.
Yeah.
But
currently have no gems. A little bit of time.
Later.
You're more optimistic than I am, but this is certainly a day 1.
Yeah. Getting Boiler, unfortunately for bingo purposes, is a lot more difficult because when we were assessing conditions to add to the bingo board, we were like, we don't want to add ones that require the boiler because it's really difficult to get access to the boiler. Even with the so-called duct drafting, where you're drafting rooms that have power that tend to connect to each other, boiler does not want to show up. So unfortunately, I don't think there's any conditions on the board that would benefit from it, other than if additional floor plans was on the board, because you could get throne room as a part of Blackbridge.
There's 2 additional floor plans.
Okay. Well, there's one of your archive floor plans.
That's unhelpful.
Unfortunately, currently unhelpful. Archive floor plan is probably going to be dark room or maybe furnace.
Come on,
it depends if you've got... Oh, it is dark room. Hey, there it is. Again, you can sort of predict what rooms that you can get even in the face of all the red stuff after a lot of experience due to how the game... so here's furnace. This is the room that's going to end this day, which is totally fine. We're actually doing really well, all things considered, in terms of progress. Like, you've made it to rank 9, which is pretty unusual, all things considered, which is not on the board, which is okay.
You know what? I will take Maid Chamber here. I will not go in though.
Maid Chamber is work towards the full directory categories, because she has furnace, which makes her draft more red rooms, which again, like we said, is sort of more detriment than it is useful. If you can draft just a bunch of red rooms over and over and over again, we'll eventually fill the directory category. There's only 8 red rooms that we care about. Once she eventually goes through all of them, she'll have that as a full directory category, which will help her be on that right side there. Okay, so that's passageway, so you're not going to be able to do that.
No. I have no gems, which is a slight problem, but we're heading back. Oh, hello, magnifying glass. Do I have read? Look at. I do not have look at fine. No. Okay. Let's gamble and see what this room gives me.
Oh, there's workshop.
Oh, well.
What's your item list? I guess I'm curious to see it. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. That's cool.
Coin purse,
maybe something here.
Well, that's the one that wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I cannot make anything currently, but that's fine. So we go back here, and then where's my dining room? My dining room is back through the kitchen. Ooh.
Yep. It's okay.
Because I need the steps to go inside.
Yeah. So again, making it outside is the second half of doing the garage stuff, and there's a bunch of outer rooms that we are going to be interested in. That is another one of those directory categories, outer rooms, which we could fill, but it would take 8 days to loop through all of those. So we're going to try, maybe that's a consistent way to do it, but we're maybe looking to avoid that. There's just a lot of advantages to having the outer rooms as a part of a lot of these bingo squares. So for example, looking at some of these, collect items spread to conference room. Oddly enough, it tends to be easiest, if you can get the conference room, to draft a tomb, because drafting tomb does this action so-called spreading, where every time you draft a dead end within the manor, it spreads 5 coins to the tomb. But the conference room picks up any items that are spread, so it is a place where everything conferences to everything.
That's 6 red rooms in a day, too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, so we're hitting a bunch of sort of scattershot categories over here. It is definitely nice to be able to mark these bingo squares, as these are, other than the permanent upgrades that exist in the game, like Pickled Human mentioned, the bingo squares are also permanent things that you want to keep a hold of, and that's the most important thing as a part of, because everything is ephemeral in this. Once we finish this day, everything on the manor that isn't part of that permanent upgrade list, like opening the west gate or opening the orchards, as we'll see soon enough, that all gets wiped clean. The slate is gone. You're going to have to pick up everything from the start, which is essentially what makes this roguelike, I think, more or less.
I'm going to tomb, I think, if I can get it.
Well,
Oh, bro.
here we go.
Oh, boy.
Very nice.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I have the steps. I'm confident.
No, fair.
Fine.
The steps wasn't the concern. The concern was whether or not you're going to be seeing it. But
I was looking at Schoolhouse next to it because I do not like playing through a Schoolhouse day, so I would love to end with one personally. But
I mean, that's fair.
yeah.
to explain,
But also,
what does the schoolhouse do that you don't like so much, Pickled?
So the Schoolhouse adds 8 classrooms to the draft pool. Now, classrooms, they can be very good. When you draft out of a classroom, the game counts the number of drafting type rooms that you have, which is a category of room. And classrooms are also drafting rooms. So the more classrooms you get, what a classroom does is when you draft out of it, you get to re-roll your drafts the number of times equal to the number of drafting rooms you have. So the more classrooms you have, the more re-rolls you get, which is awesome. That sounds great, except each one costs a gem, and we are gem poor, especially on day one. So they can be, especially when they're showing up a lot, 8 copies of it in one drafting pool, can be a huge problem.
Mm-hmm. And they're also all elbow-shaped rooms. Door economy is another thing in this game that's hard to get a grasp of. When you have classrooms and you try to chain them into each other, essentially you get a door for a door every time you draft a classroom, and you're much more likely to run out of ways to keep your day going if you don't get rooms that are T-shaped or rooms that are cross-shaped, rooms that have additional doors on top of them. This is an upgrade disc. I believe this is the first one that we're actually using. The upgrade.
I have to go back in to get it. But
yeah, I think you're fine. I think security is relatively close to entrance hall. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I have to go back through the garage, I think. But yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I should be fine on steps to go all the way over to the orchard and then back.
I think so, yeah.
So for anyone who's too young, the upgrade disc is modeled after a so-called floppy disk, and these are actually the big floppy disks that I'm not even really used to. But they contain upgrades to rooms that are existing on your manor, and every one that you use can make one of your rooms slightly better or quite a bit better, depending on how lucky you end up being. Throwing a coin in the fountain, very nice. So one example would be the one that we might prefer is something like the boudoir. The boudoir is a room that is just a corner room that has a safe in it with a gem, which is nice. There's no disadvantages to that, especially as a bedroom. It's just a nice enough room to pick up. But the upgrades that are available to it include one that puts 2 dice inside of it. And if you can very consistently have access to 2 dice, you can always be able to re-roll your way out of particular situations, or if you're kind of greedy, re-roll 4 particular rooms. So the upgrades can be from absolutely useless to something incredible like the boudoir upgrade. And then there was the conservatory. That was a part of a puzzle that we don't really care about. But the conservatory is one of the floor plans that we can add. Pickled, if you want to go into detail about what the conservatory does.
Sure, yeah. So the conservatory is a room. It can only be drafted in corners of the manor, but what it allows you to do is it presents you with 3 floor plans, 3 rooms that you can draft. And it allows you to change the rarity of those rooms within the drafting pool. So that goes from commonplace to standard to unusual to rare. And so you can take a room that you really don't like, for example, I don't know, locksmith, and decide I want this to be very rare. Or you can take something that you really like the workshop, and make it commonplace. It's a really good way to kind of change the rules of the game in our favor so that we can draft the things we want when we want to draft them.
I would.
Okay, this is going to be, there's going to be some spiciness to this, but that's fine. We're going to just get real spicy on our steps.
I think you've got enough. I believe.
Yeah, you'll
be fine.
You'll be all right.
It's a matter of making it back to the one of the terminals that exists that has a floppy drive disk.
My wonder is, do we want to smash a vase in the entrance hall on the way?
Yeah, we're going to do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that'll cost you 2 steps.
Yeah,
I think we'll still be
fine.
okay.
I should be fine because hang on. So because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I got plenty. 9.
You got 13. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
that'll be fine.
Math is
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I
Just go for
should do. 9, and then I can take one more to archives to read a newspaper clipping quickly.
All right. Yeah.
When you pull up that menu and I see it next to the bingo card, I think I just realized this is probably the most paths we've ever had on Perilous Paths. There's just paths everywhere. And it's going to reset.
Just endless paths.
Yeah, we're going to reset. We're going to do it again. I don't think that distinction will ever be beaten. I don't feel like there will ever be a game with more paths, but we'll find out. Silksong will cover the peril for today. Don't worry, but I think there's plenty of paths.
There's still some peril in this game. This manor can, in a metaphorical sense, bite your head off. I don't know. I fight the RNG of this game on a daily basis, trying to do very silly things.
Gelly truly does. You should go see the stuff Gelly does. It boggles my mind in the best way possible.
Yeah.
I am as good at this game as I am because I have watched Gelly fight this game for his life.
I'm glad to hear it, I suppose. Are you going to make it to Auntie? Yeah, no, you've got plenty of steps. This is not a concern.
Fine.
So let's see the first upgrade that you get is one of any 16 rooms. So they are all equidistantly possible. And so we'll see.
Come on, hallway. Come on.
Not hallway. Oh my gosh!
That's actually kind of sick.
Well, I don't have stars, so I'm gonna take goldfish in this case. I think
That's a good call.
Correct.
Yeah.
I just love that we're cheering for goldfish. I don't know what that means.
Aquarium is the funniest one because I don't think it's particularly good, but it's one of the few ones where if you don't get it first, you end up getting it about 10th or 12th in the list of all possible upgrades.
Swinburne author never considered herself a success. She confided, my son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. There you go. Now you can talk about lore if you wish.
No. So as we go into day 2, we can. I don't know if there's anything left for you to do.
No, okay, that makes sense. Fine. Okay.
Buying out commissary is not an option. It's okay.
Yeah.
There is lore in this game. You may look into it as you wish. I think it's better left explored because it's sort of irrelevant for us in BQuest. I'm going to leave it for you guys to figure out. You all have fun
What a
with
wild day 1.
Yeah. No,
I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, we didn't get 2 nights today. No observatory, sadly.
No, that's fine. I think we are good. I'll have to check how many letters I have. 1 or 2?
You hit
2.
Drawing room.
Boudoir, drawing room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to mark 2 there.
There are a total of 7 red letters, and 3 of them are approximately inaccessible. So,
Gotcha.
not actually inaccessible, but some of them are real bugbears. They are all contained within safes. All the safe solutions we know by heart, except for one. I'm sure no one knows what the drafting studio one is off the top of their head, but that one doesn't show up anyway. It's 8.11, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, we're 11.8. Yeah.
Right.
Right. I always think that one just changes, but it doesn't. Nope. Also, because I see him in chat, if you're looking at this bingo board going, this looks really cool, it was made by the wonderful Rad Ringtail. Yeah. So shout outs to Rad for...
Who is here, by the way. Rad is in chat.
Mm-hmm. What do I want to take?
I would take Root Cellar, unironically. I'm a Root Cellar lover for if there's any sort of difficulty. Shelter, again, it negates the effects of 3 red rooms. There's not anything in the Root Cellar, I'm sorry, but there will be big spots someday.
Yes.
The Shelter negates the effects of 3 red rooms, which can be nice, but the issue comes down to you run out of those negations rather quickly, and so you end up using it on Chapel, which you don't really care about because you don't really care about money. You don't end up using it on Lavatory, but you end up using it on like Weight Room and Archives, and then you're back to where you were, and it's not really that great of an advantage. On the flip side, Shrine is really good if you have money, and we currently do not have money. So
Observatory.
Oh, there we go. Oh, and you're gonna Planetarium. Very nice. I've heard from a lot of people that they never found the planetarium in their entire casual playthrough of this game. There is a floor plan contained within the body of the telescope, which I think is unwise from a construction standpoint, but Herbert S. Sinclair was nothing if not the opposite of
eccentric.
Pragmatic. Yeah.
he was certainly something.
Listen, if you can't find your closets, you start putting stuff in weird places.
Right.
This is true. I think I'm going up the left side, which is not the direction I initially thought I was going to. And hello, secret passage. Do I want you? I really don't. Not here.
What? Not for 4
because I mean, actually,
you're gonna need second gems.
Well,
but we're gonna put that there, and then we'll come back.
I'm not cooking. That was Gelly who was talking. But.
Sorry.
Sorry, I mixed up my commentators.
No, you're good.
I feel bad.
It's quite all right. Antechamber has fried my brain to the point where I know exactly what Secret Passage can give you as a part of when you're putting it on the edge there. Secret Passage as a room can draft of one particular color. If Cell can draft a corridor before she hits that secret passage, she's guaranteed to get a room called the foyer, which is a hallway that leaves all other hallways unlocked, which never comes up as a room if you're looking for it. But if you can force it to be there, is incredibly powerful, especially if you get another room which has 7 locked doors in it, the Great Hall. So we'll see whether or not we're able to make that work, but all she needs now is like a corridor, and then she could draft out of there with hallways being the color set, and then she'll have access to foyer. I promise.
Oh, there's a hallway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna trust you on this. Your knowledge has yet to have ever steered me wrong.
It can't be hallway anymore. It can only be aquarium, East Wing Hall, and literally foyer, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, I will be very thrilled, to be honest, because I love being wrong. But I know for your purposes you wouldn't be happy. There it is. So so now all hallways are unlocked, which if you can stick a hallway at the very end of the banner, now you don't have to spend any keys on it, which is very crucial if you want to extend past, say, rank 6 or rank 7. And there are rooms, like we said, where the Great Hall has 7 locked doors, but it is a hallway, so oh, wow. This is... I guess that's your downside. Holy moly.
Ow. That just ran face first into 2 locked doors.
Yeah, the game giveth and the game taketh away. That's the perilous part right there, is when you get locked on rank 4 like that, because that's the first time that doors can be locked. So we fit the conditions. Let's see. What are we targeting for now? I think... Actually, what are you targeting for now, Sel, if you have the brain space for it?
I'm just kind of seeing what the day wants to give me today. I'm going to be so real. Fishing for a Great Hall, maybe?
Yeah, Great Hall, again, that's going to be one that has an antechamber lever in it, which is in the middle column on the 4th rank. Pull an antechamber lever, so that's a real easy one to hit if she so chose.
Or chart for shovel?
Great Hall also happens to have a... Oh, yeah. Do you have no shovel? Oh, okay.
I don't have a shovel. All these dig spots and no shovel.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The other thing that is Great Hall has an upgrade disc in it, which is another thing that we are on the lookout for. It should be key next to a table.
There's the key. Thank you.
Yeah. So Great Hall does a lot of things for you. It has a ton of resources if all of the doors are unlocked, which, thanks to the ability of the foy that we now have, should be. Part of the difficulty is going to be finding actually access to that Great Hall, because it is not necessarily a super common room to get access to unless we get something like a silver key, which is a key that when you put it in a locked door, gives you rooms that have a lot of doors out of them, and Great Hall has as many doors pretty much as possible, so it'll incentivize that, but it all comes down to whether or not that's viable. Okay, gem for gem out of nursery. That's pretty good. And then I think there should be, if you've gone to the courtyard, there should be a gem that you get as a part of patio as well. So you'll be up to 2 gems, 3 keys once you go into...
go back here for this.
Yeah, it depends. From here, we're in a bit of a weird spot where we're kind of dependent on this draft being good, quote unquote, having a north door. The game does not want to give you doors that face north, just sort of to prevent you from going too fast, too quick. So there's actually like a bias against you drafting elbows that face north. In this particular example, we were very lucky and we're very happy to see that. But there's definitely times where you get locked out of there and then we kind of go over to the chapel and spend keys. I don't know. Bunk room gives you a bunch of steps and then you could go out through chapel.
Security would be our second night here.
That's a good point.
Oh,
actually. Yeah.
2 nights. Yeah, I will take security then. And then that also gives me a computer just in case.
Correct.
Okay. The key card. Oh, let's go.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Can you talk about security in more detail, Pickled Human?
Yeah, absolutely. So security has a number of things we can do in here. There's a funny little password we can enter to connect to the network, but the important thing that we're doing in this run is we are messing with the keycard system and making it so that more security doors will appear in the manor. We just picked up a keycard so we know we can get through them, so the more of them we see, the better off we're going to be. You can also, some people like to reduce those to as few as possible. Some people, if you turn off the security system, you can set it so those doors are unlocked as well, so you don't need a key card.
More steps.
You can do a lot of stuff in the security, but that's the main one we do.
Yeah. So with the key card and security now, anytime we pick up, say, commissary can be a room that has a security door out of it. So whenever she chooses to draft that, I don't know if now is the time, especially because you don't have the coins for stuff, but that's a room that can have security doors out of it. Passageway is another one. And then pretty much every red room can have security doors out of it. So by setting it to high and having the key card, we basically save on,
Dang, okay.
Is stars a part of what we're looking at?
We're not looking for stars.
Yeah, I mean, then it's Il Pois. I think it's
just planetarium and end in it.
Yeah, might as well be.
Because I drafted an outer room already. Yes, okay.
Yeah, we do have end and planetarium on the board, so it's not the worst thing to do, but it's not in the best spot either.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, above Orchard Gate. Above.
Yeah, it's not a great spot, but we'll take it.
Free square is free square, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sort of looks like out of the squares that you've currently built, we might be looking at going up column 4 directly. So to go in a little bit more detail on the squares that are left as a part of that. Solving the 4 dartboards, like I mentioned before, each of those is a math puzzle. The difficult part isn't actually solving the math puzzle, it's actually getting the billiards room, which becomes apparently more and more rare the further along you get in terms of days until you hit room 46. I think for now it's a standard, so that means it's, it's 2 out of 4. It's sort of rare. So getting that 4 times is difficult, but it's doable. It's not the end of the world. Eating salted food is entirely contingent on getting access to the salt shaker and eating something alongside it. Salted bananas, salted cupcakes, salted apples. Simon will salt anything because salt gives you an additional step on top of whatever you normally get as a part of the food, which, by the way, we should sort of explain the steps. Actually, Pickled Human, if you want to talk about steps, I don't know if we ever properly did.
So steps are our main resource for traversing the manor. You can think of them as representing Simon's HP or his general energy level for walking through the house. Each time we go from one room to another, in general, we lose 1 step. We start each day, now that we've got the orchard, we start each day with 70 steps by default. And there's a number of rooms that can either increase or decrease those number of steps. We saw the weight room earlier, which halves the number of steps we have available. We've seen the nursery a couple of times, which every time we draft a bedroom gives us some extra steps. That's what's happening with those. Food allows us to replenish our steps as well. There's a lot of fun little things we can do with steps.
So we don't want to run out of steps because the day ends prematurely as well.
Yeah.
So that's now that we have the orchard, that's not a really big deal. Orchard was one of the upgrades that we got earlier, and it gives you 20 steps to start every day with, essentially, as if you got 6.3 apples every day or something along those lines.
It's 4.
4. That's a gem. Yeah.
I am going to reset this because it's going to give me it'll give me it.
Yeah.
And then it might actually help me if I do it on 5, because that will give me more 4 doors, and I'm kind of fishing for 4 doors.
Okay. Yeah.
I see a question in chat. What is the thing she regularly picks up from the bridge? Don't worry about it. It's not important.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I just magically turned that object into 2 dice. It's fine.
There's microchips on the manor.
Mm-hmm.
We will not be using the microchips for their intended purpose. Instead, they are most.
Say that.
Please, I mean, I hope against hope that you end up getting what's coming to you if you want to get the microchips in their proper places, either in the SD or for the TR. But that's kind of, I don't know if I'd consider that super advanced spoilers, but it is sort of a thing where it's like, if you don't need to know about it, you don't need to. We traded in the trading post to get things like dice because it is a tier 2 item. Which is to say it's kind of equivalent to dirt, but it is something that trades for resources that we can use, such as 4 dice, which, again, dice, as we mentioned before, is pretty good. Have you hit 3+? You have.
We have, yeah.
That's very good. Very good. Very good.
Key, finally.
It's one of those meta upgrades. That's correct. Although the final part of the meta upgrade is, you're kind of close to getting it.
Hi.
Oh, there's SGK. That's an antechamber lever. Well, so the theory goes. The secret garden key is if you unlock a door that is leading to a room that is on one of the wings, which is like the east or the west wing, one of the sides, it will give you the secret garden, which is a green room that can only be spawned via the secret garden key, and it has an antechamber lever in it if you're willing to solve that puzzle. And it also has the ability to spread fruit throughout the manor, which may be useful if we're going to be doing the conference room thing, depending. Conference room, if we can get conference room to show up at all, that condition will be hit. It's just a matter of getting the A+B combo where A doesn't show up almost ever. Let me see. What are the other, if we were to be doing column 4, what are the other ones? And with 35 plus rooms, I'm actually kind of surprised you haven't hit that one.
I was 31.
Oh, yeah. Again, getting a very full manor. You can max out at 43, 44, something
Technically 43 drafted, yeah. Well, 44 if you count the outer room, yeah.
I think it does count the outer room. So it's just a matter of being very judicious about how you draft the entirety of the manor.
There's a billiard.
Yeah, billiard. That's going to be one of your dartboards. So we're probably targeting at this point to take column 4 if at all possible. I don't know if there's.
I'm kind of targeting column 1, but
yeah, column 1 is
1 and 4 are what I'm
it's not quite as good, but we've got a few objectives that don't look too bad to get.
12 plus 15 is 27, 17. Sorry, I had to verbalize that math.
Sure, no good.
Well, take your time.
14, 12.
There we
go.
Nice.
All right, that's another dartboard.
I'm gonna
and again, 2 keys is probably one of the better rewards that you can get out of there. You can get anything from key card to silver key to secret garden key to key card.
Hi, servants' quarters.
By servants' quarters. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on that.
That's a
not right now. Yeah.
If I was aiming for the 2 full category directories, I might have. But
oh, master bedroom is like if I see master bedroom early, maybe I think about it. But
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That guy never shows up when I want him to.
Again, the each of the categories bedrooms, I'm going to float it out there, the worst one. I don't think there's really a way that you could consistently get master bedroom and servants' quarters without the chest power up that would allow you to help for that. But
added floor plans is probably the worst one.
Hi, Freezer. Goodbye, Freezer.
Yeah, goodbye, Freezer.
Okay. I am aiming for something very silly, but that's okay. This one?
I almost would want to go back and fill out the rest of your manor instead of going up north yet, but you've left a big gaping hole in there. But there's SGK. All right. There we go.
Yep, there we go.
Cool. All right.
Now we have more food.
This will be one of the antechamber levers. Something that was sort of left unspoken is that getting access to the antechamber, which is room 45 sort of, is gated by these antechamber levers, which are sort of spread throughout the manor as a security measure to prevent any old schmuck from being able to make it into the antechamber. And so one of them is hidden behind the secret garden here. There technically is a second one that we are definitely not going to be having access to, nor are we going to use it if we would have access to it. But that opens one of the antechamber lever
and that's a
doors.
Pull.
And that's a pull. Very good.
Okay. Now, can I successfully fish for what I want out of the store?
What are you looking for? I'm dying.
Greenhouse.
No. I mean, okay, like you
Greenhouse would be a wild pull. One lever room into another lever room.
Give a couple rerolls here. This is your last shot. You've got 4 dice for it. There it is.
There it is.
You underestimate the ability with the greenhouse.
I do. Greenhouse does not like to show up in my estimation, along with many of the other green rooms, which have particular drafting conditions that are on top of them. For example, greenhouse can only be drafted going up the east wing or down the west wing. And so if you miss your chance on the east wing, you're really not going to be able to get your chance on the west wing. Greenhouse makes green rooms a lot more common, so we can do things like, for example, we could draft the terrace, and then we can draft, well, the terrace is a room that makes all green rooms cost no gems. Most green rooms cost gems. And then from there, you could draft the cloister, and the cloister will then cost no.
Hey.
That's an upgrade, though.
Okay. Hi, Foundation.
We have access to the Foundation lever as well.
We
which
do.
Is interesting.
Yeah.
From security, no less. So that'll be a way that you get the upgrade disc as well. Foundation is a room that is permanently drafted. So now if she resets the day, the Foundation is there just permanently. It's sort of important if we want to be able to have access to the underground/underpass area, which is part of getting to room 46. We won't need it for that purpose unless we're really going for the distance. At the very least, though, what it does have is once we lower this elevator, we can take the elevator down, pick up an upgrade disc, come back up, and then go into security. And that'll be upgrade disc number 2.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow on the upgrade disc front. If you're looking for rank 1 there. Yeah, no, but they can come relatively quick. There's a lot of different places that they can come, whether... Again, Office, if we can have the gems on hand to get Office is a free upgrade disc within it. Archives plus Patio is a real one if we end up getting a double on our person.
It's wee time.
Yep. So, yeah, we're making decent progress really throughout the lower ranks on this bingo board here.
Oh, interesting.
Pretty good.
I should figure out where I was.
And then back up. So again, there's a lot of upgrades that we're sort of looking for. I'm not going to verbalize any of them for fear that it ends up, jinxing the deal. But we'll see it when we see it. At the very least, though, it'll be our second out of 5 if we're looking for the condition on the left of goal near the top there.
So, Cutie, how are you feeling? How are you following all of this?
I mean, strangely enough, I've played a little bit of this game and we've had it on the show before, but I am overwhelmed by the number of options and, as I said before, paths. So, like, the bingo part of it is where I'm sort of a little bit lost. Like, I understand the gameplay mechanics and everything. But I'm curious, like, we're going up 2 different sides. We talked about 1 and 4. Like, what are the hardest parts of those paths that we're gonna hope for or struggle with, or that's gonna present some challenges? Because a lot of times it's always getting that final square or getting that right thing. So what are we really worried about on those paths?
Sure. In my estimation, looking at 1, we need to go up that first column, and then we'll need to use 5 upgrade discs. There's a lot of different upgrade discs that we can get, but it requires things to line up. So as an example, I believe we have seen patio before. If we can get access to patio and we have a shovel, we can dig up a file cabinet key. And that file cabinet key can be used in particular in the archives to get us 1 upgrade disc, right? That's the sort of steps that are involved in getting maybe your average upgrade disc. Commissary is another one. If you have a shovel and a sledgehammer and you draft a commissary, which is one of the shops that's available in the game, upgrade disc will be forced to be one of the things that you can buy for 15 gold, which is sort of an insurmountable amount when you're in the sort of early days of this game, right? Although we do have Goldfish Aquarium, so like that would be a way that we can get up to that number.
Yeah.
It's a lot of... That's a second antechamber lever as well. Is.
Which, do I need to do that?
Nah.
I think it was just pull 1.
Nah. Probably not. You could add back no, you need...
You could get basement access if you go into the antechamber. If you make a path to the antechamber anyway. But.
Yeah, because greenhouse opens the bottom door, right?
Correct. Yeah. So there's a broken lever that you can attach to the greenhouse, and you can pull that, and that'll open the bottom. And that will, if we can get there in 3 steps, we can make it into there, and that'll give us the antechamber key, which we can use from the foundation in order to unlock to get ad mechanarium, which is the lower kitty corner for the goal. If we wanted to avoid what's in the upper left corner, which is cash a payroll check. So if you can imagine making it up to rank 8 on column 1, up to open all doors in Great Hall, we have 2 decisions to make in order to make it to use 5 upgrade discs. Ad mechanarium is the easier of the 2, but we're going to have to jump through some hoops in order to do that, to be honest. So that might be the path that we're looking for best.
I don't really want to add pool here. I'm going to be I could add pool, but that's too spicy for my liking right now.
Yeah.
On
the
I don't want archives.
Flip side, instead of on that first rank, again, a lot of the lower conditions are going to be relatively easier to hit. On column 4, really the hardest part, in my estimation, is the full directory categories thing, and we're almost there anyway. We'll have to solidify whether or not we want to go for that, but essentially that's going to require drafting a lot of rooms that we don't care about in a single day, and it's going to probably end up being red rooms and outer rooms, or red rooms and hallways, or some mixture of something like that. It sort of depends.
Okay. I don't have a key, so I'm going to do a silly and go to the trading post.
Oh, we're going. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, seems reasonable.
I have fruit. This is fine.
Yeah, no, the steps.
Reminder: eat your fruit. Eat your fruit. It's good for you. Fiber is important.
Hydrate.
Well,
that too.
As we're walking, one question we've gotten a few times in chat is why is it called B Quest? Because I know BE Quest is like another category that's speedrun in this game, but this is just plain letter B Quest.
So that's a funny story. The main category in this game is called Bequest percent. It is to be bequested the manor by inheriting it by fulfilling the conditions of the will, which is to enter room 46. As a joke, when Rad, Ringtail, and I and Bobby Byrne were all coming up with this category 24 hours before GDQ submissions closed, as a joke, we were kind of brainstorm names, and Bingo Quest was the idea that we sort of came up with, and Rad, being ever so helpful in terms of being wordsmithery, turned it into B, short for Bingo Quest. So instead of Bequest, it's B Quest, Bingo Quest. So that's the fun little detail there. This is for anyone who's played this game casually. We already know the solutions to all of these puzzles. If you don't, you better have a head for word puzzles, because it is a game that is clever to maybe a fault in some capacity, where you have to be able to be on top of anagrams and puzzles and stuff like that. So
is this like the Talos principle? Yes, there's a jump button. We won't be using it in this run. But in that way, this game is exactly like the Talos principle.
Jump button.
As someone who's invested a lot of time in the Talos principle, I would say yes. This game is it's a puzzle game. You know.
By the way, for viewers who might not know, there is in fact a jump button in this game. It's used in the any percent, like that allows glitches. It allows you to detach yourself from stairs and then phase through geometry to go out of bounds. It's sick.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, much like the Talos principle, depending on what speedruns you want. I would. I don't like any of this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ooh, even worse.
Oh, well.
Ooh, here we go. Here we
Risky.
go.
This is risky, but
Do you have keycard?
I do not.
Okay.
I have no keys either, which is very risky.
I mean, simply just go for it. See? Simply be lucky.
Just be lucky.
Archives actually probably hits here.
I mean,
Yeah, I
nothing
think
else will,
archive.
so yeah.
Unless, wait, I can. Oh, right, greenhouse. That's the hope. Will this be unlocked? That's a.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, we will go shove this in and yoink the lever.
Just cause?
Just because why not?
You have a sledgehammer. Why didn't you open it in the
there's
trunk
a
in the
chest back
library?
there.
I forgot I had a sledgehammer. I'm going to be so real.
So these trunks, as we've mentioned before. Okay. Well, hold on. Well,
Maybe.
that could get you 40 points.
That's a wild spot for that.
Yeah.
Can we acknowledge
okay.
that was the weakest sledgehammer animation I think I've ever seen?
Well, yeah. You only get the really powerful animations, aka the screen blacking out, when you have the power hammer. So that there has to be a contrast that exists there. But yeah, you can open the trunks either with a key, which uses up the key, which is not how keys work. But for the purposes of the resources of this game, we're willing to suspend our disbelief. Or you use the sledgehammer to break the locks off. So
30. Okay.
30 is a
Do we
little low
want
still,
to consider, since we ended the day, taking a break here? We're about 50 minutes.
now is a good
this would
time.
be a good spot.
Yeah, so whenever you get back to being in control after the animation finishes, we'll pause time and we'll take a quick break. Anytime we have a longer set of runs, hour and a half, hour 15, something like that, we want to make sure everyone, including runners,
There
but
we go, we
also
can
yourself, pause, have the opportunity to grab some water, take a break, go to the restroom, pet your dog, any of that stuff, whatever you need to do. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the exciting conclusion of more paths than I have ever seen with Blueprints BQuest Bingo. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Perilous Paths here on GDQ Hotfix. We are in the middle of a Blueprints run, and so if you missed the beginning of this, you can always make sure you catch up on GDQ Hotfix shows and marathons at youtube.com/gamesandquicks. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you're in the future, consider liking and subscribing and becoming a member to learn more. But we're in the middle of the run, and I don't want to keep us from enjoying the rest of it. So I am excited to see how many more paths, and we should count them up at the end of the run, how many rooms we've done, how many paths we've gone through, see if we can set a record. But I'm excited to see the rest of this. So whenever you're ready, give us a 3, 2, 1, and we'll hop right back into it.
Yeah, absolutely. We can start the timer again in 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Yep. So in the meantime, in the break, we remembered that there's a marking functionality on the bingo board that exists. So now you can see on the squares on the board, some of the ones that I've and Pickled and Cell and I have been talking about have these little silver square circles in the corners. Those are the ones that we're sort of targeting for now as we're looking for a way to make that path up to the top there. So if I'm going to be talking about any of these squares in particular, it'll probably be any of those. Yeah, tool shed here, sure. Ooh.
For the uneducated
hello,
like myself, during the break, just for everyone else, the chat was kind of like a war room of everyone just talking about, okay, here are the squares and here's how we're gonna make them happen. And let's go through the blueprints and we're missing this room. We need that one. Like the level of like PhD knowledge that was going on during that break that was just beyond me. It was spectacular.
You gotta keep it in mind. This is really hard to do live. I can't imagine. Sel's doing incredible in the spot that she's in, because I, for my part, have quit bingo for my own personal health because it's very frustrating. So
says the guy. How many attempts at anti-chambered % do you have?
4,300 ish.
Brother.
So that's those are quick.
We're all built differently. I aspire to maybe one day succeed at doing a glitched run, which Gelly is an absolute pro at.
I'm not.
So you're a heck of a lot better than me. I tried to jump once and failed horribly.
In any case,
That's just like.
but we haven't even talked about. I think we could all jump well enough to fall off the stairs, which is what you would do in a glitched category. We should talk about the parlor puzzles a little bit and how annoying they are.
Oh, sure.
Let's do parlors.
Yeah.
We've been in the parlor a few times. We did actually just get a square that was our 4th parlor, so we've got that square now. So the parlor has 3 boxes in it. You can only open one of them.
Oh my gosh.
Key. Broken level, nice. The general rules of the parlor game are...
Pickled, sorry. I'm gonna
you're
tell
fine.
you to shush
Do your
yourself,
thing.
'cause it's story time. Story time again, everyone. Swimbird by Marian Marigold. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There's not a dare I would not do. There's not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not seabird. You are not swimbird. If you are friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends, for they know me best, or so they pretend. And so I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea and wonder why daring feels just like defeat.
Yay!
With that really cheerful story out of the way.
What a
worse
bummer.
than the Red
Yeah.
Prince one.
Yeah, well, as children's books go, that one's pretty rough. If I may, I guess I will. It is actually a very in-depth commentary and criticism about the so-called fence erection, which exists in the game. The comparisons of sky and sea have in part to do with transportation, which is actually for some reason a core theme about this game, where Arinda Ares, which is the former land that existed here that we are the rightful heirs to, operated on rail service. Shout outs to rail. Rail is awesome. And however, everything got traded for cars, and in particular, blimp travel. That was something that was the main transportation system of nuance, which is one of the colors of the 3. So there's a whole thing that you can dig into if you really wish to. This game has a lot more detail in the lore than we're willing to go into, but there's a little taste of that. So that's why that book is sad, by the way. It's not because it's just funny that a children's book is sad. There's actually something going on there.
Can you believe that like 8-year-old Simon canonically checked that book out twice in like 3 weeks or something? This kid,
His mom wrote it, you know?
Well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, true.
Then shouldn't he own a copy?
You'd think that, but well,
yeah, his mom left super early to do a crime.
She did a whole museum heist where she stole the royal crown of Fen Ares, and then replaced all the gems with sapphires.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have some bad news about the gems that we're collecting in the saves. They are not technically ours.
Oh yeah, they're not.
That reaction was, that's the best reaction I think I've ever heard to this game.
Well, I love how we're just like rolling dice and going through doors while Mom was like Bonnie and Clyde just ripping off big dice. in a
there's,
blimp like
so
it's
much.
BioShock Infinite, just like as you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we ever make it to the basement, it's ocean. We won't see it, but it's freaking Ocean's 11 down there. Mom's got a rocket launcher in her little sanctuary down there. It's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, there's
I have to take
definitely.
this.
Yeah, betting on the dark room is definitely it's tense, but
I
I
have no
think
choice.
you'll get West Wing Hall right here. Oh, Terrace, that's a fun one.
Nice.
Terrace is
Look, I'll
actually.
bring my voice down an octave.
I'm sorry. Is that a rank 2 terrace of all things, which is going to be is going to be significant to only me as something that's like a 1 in 1,000 chance? Terrace.
Bummer.
Smokes.
Well, I can go to the indoor nursery and I can pick up the
True.
I can pick up yeah.
Flower gem.
So it still succeeded. Yeah.
Very nice. Collect a flower gem is on that first rank. It's one of the circled ones. It's above. Trade a microchip. That's it. So there is a precedence for collecting a flower gem. This was one of the upgrades that we got. Indoor nursery, for power reasons, is a pretty terrible upgrade. But for getting a flower gem, it's probably the easiest way to go about it if you're offered it. So nice work on collecting.
Is the mother goose in the indoor nursery, is that a live animal by any chance?
So that,
No, it's a stuffed animal, obviously.
No, it's the game does not consider it to be a live animal.
bummer.
no, that's okay. Let me just see if there's anything else I can do with what I have today.
Oh my god! you not have a connection.
4, 7. I have 7 items. That's unfortunate.
Close.
No aquarium.
Else? No. Nah. Okay. Well,
Make it a quick one.
that's yeah. That was a quick day 4.
Sometimes you want to have shorter days just to get conditions done, and sometimes the game forces you to have shorter days. That dark room was kind of brutal. It was a 0 for 2, so
Yeah.
it's okay. It's all right.
Hey, it gave me a terrace, which is wild.
Terrace, yeah. Terrace is it's a room. It's very difficult to get access to Terrace when you're actually actively looking for it. So the fact that it just lands in your lap, especially on rank 2, where there is a 90% chance where it's taken out of, or it's set to a rare difficulty, something along those lines. That shouldn't have happened. Is basically what it comes down to. So nice work on that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're picking up the microchips just in case we can trade those over for resources. If we're looking for a particular outer room here, Shrine is not a bad one because you do have $3 on you for Blessing of the the High Roller. The Blessing of the High Roller.
That requires me to buy shops, right?
Draft shops, but yeah. Oh, Hovel, there we go.
Draft shops get dice, roll dice, get money for the shops. It's a synergistic relationship that really makes the game fun. Come on.
I have never in my life seen a trunk in the hovel. I didn't know that was possible.
Wow.
We're teaching Kelly new things.
Yeah.
Nice work. We don't have a key for it, I suppose, but yeah,
But
there it is.
We can come back for it if we need to.
If you end up getting a sledgehammer. The main advantage of the hovel is Pickle Human, if you want to talk about it.
Sure. The hovel allows us, basically the big thing that the hovel does is it says, hey, don't worry about gems today. You'll just trade better rooms for steps instead. And so steps are a very finite resource in this day. We don't need to worry about gems, though. We can pretty much always get to the rooms we want to get to. So rooms like the vault, which typically cost 3 gems, we can just trade, 10 steps, 5 steps for it?
9 steps for it. It's 3
9
steps.
steps.
A gem, yeah.
It's 3 steps per gem.
3 steps a gem. Got it. Okay.
I don't want
nursery,
nursery,
for example. Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah. So the downside is that gems don't do anything unless you can get a room that gives you extra gems. So for example, that indoor nursery would actually just do nothing for you, because even if you get gems in the indoor nursery, you can't spend them because you can only spend steps on rooms.
Yeah, there are ways to make gems useful on a hovel day. If, say, you've got Blessing of the Dancer, which allows you to spend 1 gem to rotate a room, effectively allowing you to kind of change the direction you're going in the manner. There's a few other ways you can use them, but yeah.
Yeah, more or less, the gems are just going to sort of sit in our inventory and do nothing. However, if we end up picking up enough gems, we can get, for example, on the right side of the board, even though it is not currently marked, 15 plus gems may be a reality on a board like this, just sort of out of the fact that we don't end up spending our gems. We're going to accrue a bunch of gems and not spend them. So if she can survive long enough and be able to walk through enough of the manor, that might be a possibility. Although 15 gems is one of the more difficult ones.
That's pretty steep, yeah.
For it. Yeah.
I want a kitchen. I want a kitchen in a better spot, I think.
Yeah, you probably do want it deeper in the manor. Again, room positioning on a day like this is more important than anything else. If anyone here has played Curse mode, you would understand that as well. That steps are what gate you from being able to access the different parts of the manor. The gems are in the black box, if I'm not mistaken, in this particular instance.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, fun fact about the parlor, it's a fun little game where some boxes are lying, some boxes are telling the truth. One of them has gems. And if you don't like reading, you can just pick the black box every time. 40% of the time, that's where the gems are. So early game, the puzzles are very simple, so just solve them on your own. At a certain point, we get logic puzzles with multiple statements on every box. At that point, honestly, just draft something else, Make wine cellar common,
Keys? Maybe I take keys.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable. You do just have the den to draft out of, though, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be tough. Even with a setup like this, it's sort of interesting to see what you're targeting here. Draft the cloister for free. You will still need to, if we draft the cloister in this state, even though the cloister, which normally is a green room that costs 3 gems, even though it would cost 9 steps instead, that's still not free, quote unquote, that still has a cost associated with it. We're going to need to take the normal avenues for doing the cloister, which is, there's 2 ways to get a free cloister, one of which is to draft the terrace, which makes all green rooms not cost gems, as we've mentioned before. Alternately, there's a weird mechanic to do with the secret passage where the game cannot force you to draft rooms that cost gems. It always has to give you a room that has a no gem cost. And so if you pick green rooms out of the secret passage, it has to give you 3 green rooms. And if the 3 green rooms all cost gems, it will pick one of them to not have a cost.
Well, we're pooling today.
So there's sort of a cheat associated with that. Pool. I mean... Ooh, East Wing.
There's East Wing Hall.
You do need that if you're going to fill the hallway directory. Great Hall is the other side of that. Sauna's fun. I don't know if it's good.
Sauna's fun, but billiard. Not relevant here. Billiard.
This will be our 4th billiard room, so that's good.
Is it my 4th or is it my 3rd?
It might be, well, actually, I don't know.
I think it's my 3rd. We'll double check.
Okay. I can't see the number. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't see the number on your board.
I have 2 marked down.
Okay. We'll say this is the 3rd then. Okay.
I can check easily because if I drafted it, I for sure did it.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
2. Okay. 10, 125.
Very good. Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hey, it's Secret Garden Key again. That's actually one that's, again, sort of relevant now that we're fighting for steps, because every room is going to give you...
Pump.
Pump?
All right. We want to...
Greenhouse first, then... Or do we want to...
Because we don't need to flood the greenhouse. So greenhouse needs to go in.
Yeah. There's a very particular set of steps that we're going to enact here in order to give us access to the reservoir. We haven't super been in the underground quite yet, but we'll have access to it a lot easier now. Essentially, the underground area is sort of kept away from you until you make it far enough in the game. Although since we have access to all the puzzles, we can basically solve them at any time. So now that we have set up the pump room to have the reservoir be 1 level lower, we will now have access to that's a cloister, isn't it?
It could be.
This should be a cloister, hopefully.
This is a 50-50 shot, by the way, because there's, I believe, a guarantee that courtyard will appear in the 3rd slot, but... Aquarium. Hey, Goldfish Aquarium still rules.
No, it's not bad. That's especially, fine. We do have end with a live animal on the board. If we end here, we finally have a connection to our left side path.
Correct. There are fish in the Goldfish Aquarium, and they are real. Uh-oh. This is in a sticky situation. We'll say, "Oh, do you want Southern Cross or do you not?"
You know what? We're gonna say, let's
if we see Great
Bar more faith.
we have 5 keys. That's most of Great Hall unlocked.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Check for an apple in the observatory before you go in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do not. Hang on. Hang on. I am actually going to go pull.
It's a free lever pull. We now have the ability to skip these cutscenes. Shout outs to older patches where you couldn't skip these cutscenes and you had to wait about 15 to 20 seconds watching that whole cutscene of a door raising, which was sick. Oh, you do have sleeping masks. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Things are coming together.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we go back this way. Because we have to go inner. Yeah.
No good options here, frankly.
Oh.
9 steps is better than
Cloister.
half your steps, I would say.
Yeah, I think Cloister.
Our archives, unfortunately, is just going to give you weight room again at some point, and that's just not going to work. Oh, you don't have that, right? No. Okay.
No, okay, that's unfortunate that that's a keycard door.
Yeah, it's sort of to be expected. Sort
Yeah.
of. We need. Oh, you know what? Kitchen's fun.
Kitchen would be
Library's
really
also
good
fun.
for steps, yeah.
It should be steps, yeah.
You could.
But library give you higher odds of getting Great Hall.
Oh, library gives you higher odds of getting Great Hall.
that's true.
Easy.
Yeah.
But they won't all be unlocked. You'll only have 3 keys to start with.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 if you're unlucky.
Yeah.
Decisions. I don't think we're going to need more than 24 steps today, likely. So I think library might be worth it, but it's up to you.
Yeah, we're gonna gamble.
All right.
That's what we're here for, gambling.
Oh, it's Vault.
Well,
That's coins. That is on the board.
points.
Yeah.
Because commissary doesn't really help me because that would take me.
I mean, you could buy out a shop potentially, but
If you're lucky, what's your items collection actually?
oh yeah, true. There is a
There is
Not
one
super
setup
likely.
that costs 28, but you'd be hard pressed to. I believe it actually can't show up because you have a sleeping mask on you, so that's not going to happen. It does cost the least amount of steps to do though. So
yeah, and it would but getting into antechamber doesn't really make sense. It's not super
hot take, I would take weight room here
Yeah,
because you can
don't
maybe get the
disagree
kitchen
with
later.
you.
Yeah,
all right.
you have
That's
3
a very
doors
hot
to leave
take.
through.
I love the weight room, but it is a hot take.
It's a hot take. Yeah,
We only have
it's tough.
11 steps now, and since rooms
You'll get a
cost
kitchen.
steps,
There's a
there's Great Hall. Hey, look.
Hi, Great Hall.
Okay, you only have 2 keys, however. So
I would draft out the other
so-
weight rooms first because the step.
Yeah.
yeah, let's check our other doors. Maybe one is unlocked.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there's commissary again.
Steps, so
It is, but gymnasium is steps. Archives
Museum
is.
is also steps. Archives is also steps.
I think commissary might be your best bet for keys. Well, not keys, but
How confident are you?
what would you
Archives,
even get
archives
at
is the
commissary
bad.
that we like? We could buy
Yeah.
gems. We could buy like a shovel or something, but shovel.
What does buying gems do on a hovel
turnips?
day? Buying
Maybe.
gems on a hovel day is bad, I think.
Yeah, we do get
Well-
into foundation. I don't know.
oh, the argument is so much arguing. Commissary can have keys, yes?
Yeah.
Not well. There's like a 1 in 8 chance. 1 in 7.
You can buy like 1 key for 10 coins, which we
There could be salt
we
in
could
here
do it.
too.
Yeah. Oh, true. Salt would be interesting.
Okay,
Salt
we
is
gamble
possible.
on that.
Wait, look at the contents of the commissary if you could, just to see. That's a
Shovel
shovel.
gems.
That's keys. You can buy keys from there.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I misread the situation. Okay.
No keys. Boo.
Magnifying
Okay.
glass.
You can leave out of the foundation instead.
We,
take the
we
shovel.
could find turnips.
Shovel's very good.
foundation. Yeah.
Yeah, shovel is potentially going to save us here for steps because I am low on steps.
Yeah.
Fun fact: if you're lost in the woods, you can just dig up a turnip. At least that's what this game has taught me. You can just dig up random dig spots, and there can be turnips, which give you 6 steps worth of energy. That's plenty of coins. That doesn't really.
so
You might be able to.
we can
wait,
learn
hold
something
on.
about the Great Hall at least, which is cool.
You can draft into the foundation, right? Oh, okay.
Oh.
So that's
So,
that means
that tells me that door.
southeast
Northeast.
side is the good stuff.
southeast good. Northeast is the door entrance, and then the middle one on that side is no good.
Yeah. Cloister may have dig spots. We can find out what's going on with the left side potentially.
Yeah, I don't really have steps, but
I know. Yeah.
I can't easily buy out the shop today, can I?
15 for the gems. 25 gets you all of the gems. So that actually gets you 15.
We
You
get
can buy
all the
of the gems
gems.
right now.
If we get 4 coins in Cloister, that's a buyout, I guess. But
15 plus gems is a condition on your board right now.
oh, it is. That's true.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Let's
Huge.
go. This is why I bring these two along for comms, 'cause they're way smarter at this than I am.
Oh boy. Okay, can you make it to the cloister from here? Or is that what you actually want to be doing? It's a question.
That is
I
a question.
think I actually go in and I see what I get straight below.
Yeah.
If you can draft a bedroom, like a bunk room, for example, that gets you 10.
Bunk room would give us big steps, yeah.
Oh, there's boudoir
Boudoir
with 5.
works, yeah.
Well, 3 total.
Yeah.
You can pick up a 6.
3 after we leave, yeah.
Okay. Now I have one. I have one. So I don't have a computer, so there's no point fishing for that. There's not really a point in fishing for. Yeah, because I can't open all the Great Hall doors.
Yeah, you might as well just draft out of weight room, I think. That or go into cloister and go through West Wing Hall.
We're going to draft this one.
Okay. You got it. Bunk room is 10 steps.
Yeah. Bunk room is steps.
Safety.
It's a room to
Ooh, bananas!
double banana, baby.
Let's go.
No salt.
Now you can do whatever you want.
I also could just end in.
I would
come back
probably
and
do
end in
that,
here,
frankly. But yeah.
I'd dig
But
up the
we are
cloister
first-
just to extend it a little bit. Play your route.
If we get a few keys, we might be in business with something.
Oh yeah, the cloister solution here is technically found as a part of a note that's found somewhere else. I don't actually remember where it is. We just know inherently how to do it.
Yeah.
No,
I believe it's the solarium where we find that note that tells us in this.
okay.
Yeah.
There's a turnip. Delicious. No keys,
Tasty.
unfortunate.
Oh, enough coins to buy out the shop. Not that we care if we're ending in the bunk room, but you know.
You can
Yeah,
do
might as
either
well.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another.
That's
hello.
unlocked. Courtyard.
No, I'm in a sauna.
Okay.
So I can have more steps for today.
Okay. All right.
Today was a little bit of a wash, but we got some stuff out of it.
Secret.
But we will go buy out the commissary and then end in the bunk room, and then that's 2 more.
That's just 2 more squares to have.
Do you want to end in the bunk
okay.
room or do you want to end with the goldfish?
Yeah. Is it goldfish
so
or
we're gonna
hamster?
end with-
Everybody.
We're gonna end.
There's a cute
goldfish
little
and
hamster in the bunk room.
Show you the hamster. Look at the hamster. Look at he's so cute.
What's his name?
Hamster.
Oh, he's so cute.
Possibly gerbil.
Does it have a name?
Unknown. There's no
I call
information about.
Do we
I call
want
it
to give it an
Squirrely, but-
official speedrun name? We've named animals on this
okay.
show before.
I'll call him
We'll let
Blooper.
chat decide that.
We
We'll let chat decide that.
we did name
Everyone has a good name.
we named a turtle or something in Metroid Prime 2 Reggie. I remember that.
35 rooms.
35.
Hey, let's go.
Very good.
Oh,
That's huge.
Very good.
That's actually
That was
really
lucky.
big. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. And now I don't need to worry about 8 inventory items because I'm now connected in.
Yep.
So we're at salt
35
or
is-
red letters. Flames. That was 3 dartboards, right? I should check my room history. Did I
Red
check?
letter. Are we still at 2 red letters? I don't think we haven't seen Office yet, have we? Yeah.
No, Alpha showed up on like day 1 and 2 and then just went, bye.
Chad's coming
had
out
40
with the names.
Did you? No, you didn't have 40 plus coins because you never got.
No, because I didn't take Vault. That's correct.
That's okay. All right. What's your directory looking like in
Blue.
terms of your hallways are done, right? That's one of your directory categories? Is hallways? Is
Maybe. Let's check.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's
all
one.
right. Yeah. So
Red rooms, we still need
lavatory.
lav. Yeah.
I need to
Lavatories.
take lavatory.
Take
Okay.
the lavatory.
We need to
Please.
go to
We need
the
a bathroom break.
We need to go to the bathroom.
Not an actual bathroom break before tech panics.
So
yeah,
sorry. Yeah. Oh, this should be cake. Just get the schoolhouse for 4 blue flames at some point, maybe.
No, we're tombing.
How many red letters do we have? So we have boudoir.
Just
it's
the 2. Boudoir drawing room. We haven't seen study yet, nor anything else. Yeah.
Why am I doing all this? Good question. I'm having fun.
All right.
Oh yeah, you can add mechanarium if you
Yep.
want to.
Yeah.
I guess.
The left side is much further away from a solution than the right side, but it is a room we can add.
Okay. I see Chad is debating on names. I'm firmly in the camp that blue BLOO should be one of the options for the poll.
Okay.
I thought I read Bool, and I was like, I'm on board for Bool.
All right,
unfortunately,
we've got 4 people here, right? And Ray picked one as well, Prince Squeak. So everyone picks a name for the poll from a chat.
I like red because it's the only true hamster.
Okay, red can be one.
Yeah.
I'll take Boo as a Minskin Boo. I understand the reference there.
So we have Blue, BOO, and Boo, BOO.
Yep.
And then Prince Squeak.
Very confusing.
Prince Squeak and red. That's 2 colors. I guess, so mine's the last one. I'll throw in, I don't know what this is a reference to, but let's go with Hamsuke the hamster.
Very good.
All right.
Skay!
Don't, Kelly, I'm already going to warn you, don't ask what I'm about to do. Just take a deep breath and pretend you're not seeing anything, okay?
We just want to hear some music. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, Kelly, pretend, just close your eyes for a minute. Everything's fine.
So while I'm closing my eyes, I'm imagining. So there is an ideal gear solution depending on what you're sort of targeting. The gear is an obstacle that exists in the underground that can be maneuvered a couple of different ways. If you're interested in the north lever, there's a way to get to the north lever, which is the access to room 46 eventually. I'm still having my eyes closed, so I don't know what's going on. Mechanarium is a floor plan that exists down here as well, which is something that we can have access to. Mechanarium as a room by itself, for the purposes of this, aren't terrifically interesting, but adding it is a condition that's kitty-cornered to the goal. So that means that gives us access to those 2 conditions next to the goal. And then as a third thing, we can theoretically raise the gear in order to get access to the treasure trove. We are not doing that, but it is a thing that we can do if we wanted to add another.
So this is gonna.
All right, there you go. Now you can reopen your eyes.
This is gonna be a deep cut for Cell, but we currently have a poll open for naming, and Prince Squeak is in the lead. But you can make that challenge happen by voting for one of the other ones. Blue is following up quickly, and Hamsuke is up in third. So if you want to shift the positions of that bid war, go ahead and get your votes in and make your voice heard. Yes, as a reference to the GDQ hosting that both Cell and I did.
Yep. Get your votes in.
But Prince Squeak is like running away with it right now.
Don't worry about it, Gelly. It's fine. I definitely know what I'm doing.
Okay. I mean, this is a way to get to the Mechanarium. Yeah?
Look, we had to take a little detour that we're not supposed to talk about for Gelly's sanity.
Yeah.
Why are we going to the Mechanarium? It's not even part of one of our paths.
Breathe, Gelly. It's fine.
It's got so many doors, though. It's a cool room.
You have to upgrade discs. It's okay. You can either end day here or spend the next 2 minutes walking back to the manor. Your choice.
Let's think. No, we're gonna go back to the manor.
All right. Having that north lever pulled, for what it's worth, does give us an in to do room 46, which is the first third of the game, more or less. I don't think it's relevant for anything that we're looking for, but it is a nice thing to do, especially if we can get another antechamber lever on top of that. We can actually quote unquote win the game. So that's always fun.
For anyone who doesn't have the chat poll open, Blue is making a comeback, but it is a 2-horse race between Prince Squeak and Blue currently.
I'm scared. Oh, Sasuke, but a hamster. Oh, yeah.
Prince Squeak won.
Yep, Prince Squeak won by 44% of the vote. Blue with 31%. So we declare Perilous Path official. If you want to update your splits or anything like that, the hamster is now named Prince Squeak.
Very good.
I'm sure we'll make a category for it. We do need more categories.
Yes, Prince Squeak percent.
Yeah.
Come on, observatory. Not really.
No, you don't.
That's 6. No.
6 is...
That's 2 trunks and a gem, which isn't so bad. But
that's actually probably one of the better earlier.
Yeah.
But, you don't... So you can do the thing again.
Secret passage. You're in the wrong spot. Please cease coming in the wrong spot.
Oh, that's... Oh, if you wanted Cloister. I don't actually know what specifically we're looking for.
I would love to see a laboratory with an allowance experiment. We just need one more, and that connects us to on the left side. Billiard room is going to be an easy objective. The moment we see it, we take it. Salted food, we need a salt shaker before anything else. We might want to just forego eating like an apple if we see it, unless we get the kitchen or something, just to ensure that if we see salt, we can go eat it. But
salt that's a fair point, because eating salted food gets us the connection on that right side as well. We're looking close here though. It's anything will happen. More or less here.
Yep.
Yeah, so commissary is a good thing to target for in case we can get salt as a part of that. Yeah, salt is so expensive in this universe that you can buy a magnifying glass for less than a salt shaker. So these 2 trunks here, that should hopefully be okay. That's fun.
Buried treasure.
Shout out to the last time that I commentated on like this, where we had about 5 different treasure maps. And dice. And money.
that was certainly an experience where that was the only chest I could get was that one.
Corridor, guest bedroom.
Corridor, sure.
Yeah.
So, there's commissary. I like commissary.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of commissary. Salt shaker right there. Nope.
Huge.
Running shoes is still nice though. And
yes,
gems.
running shoes is good. I will take that.
Yep.
And then I will take a set of gems.
Running shoes has 2 benefits. For us speedrunners, it increases your physical speed by 15%.
Hi, Elzara.
Don't you dare.
I'm not going to. I told you do by pulling the lever. I'm not doing that.
There's a series of 5 lore cutscenes where you can talk to the great Elzara, which we will not be doing.
It is on here, but I'm not doing it.
It's one of the bishops.
Waste of time.
How much does 2 bishops matter on this board? Does it at all anymore?
Not at all. We are past bishops. Imagine we chest power at this point. Wow.
That is an upgrade disc.
No, I don't have the flames.
We could go buy a sledgehammer and smash that thing open, potentially. But
you have the $8 for it as well.
Yeah, we're going to go open that. See, there's a reason to take Grumpus Room. Yeah, I don't have all 4 flames, so I can't.
Okay. Yeah. At least for chess, you won't be able to do that. You could definitely spend for it, though, if you wanted to get the schoolhouse as a part of that. There's 6 cutscenes. Okay, my bad. I haven't been through the Elzara gauntlet in a long time. That's another sick speedrun category idea, actually, now that I think
Oh, spare me, please.
I feel like I didn't see the 6th Elzara cutscene for until many, many days into the run, you know? I feel like I would just be kind of resetting for a while after looking at Common and Conservatory.
Yeah, that's in part because, and this is something that doesn't matter pertinent to this current run, Elzara has a cooldown where if you see a cutscene from Elzara, the Rumpus Room won't show up the next day unless you force it to via Blessing of the Month.
Oh!
So, we're having
We had Joya.
Rhina, always, forever.
No, sure.
Rhina, unless you could get Draxus, which won't actually show up, but just in case.
I get offered Draxus more often than not.
You get offered Draxus in bingo runs? That's so cool. Laboratory for allowance. That's I think that's what I'd go for.
Yeah.
Even though we don't, there's a chance there could be a security door.
If it's immediately get 1 allowance, huge, you know?
Immediately. Game of star.
Bummer.
Each time you draft a red room, add 3 aquariums is very fun.
Do it. Yeah. Lose 5 steps. And
we're not doing aquarium percent today. Percent as it gets closer.
Lose 5 steps. Set steps to
red
40.
room and then set 40.
Set 40. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Because if you draw weight room, the order of operations there is that you lose half your steps and then it's set to 40. Oh. Not quite yet. You still got plenty of steps. Salt shaker? Oh, it's key card. Excellent. All right, so that's good.
Stars though? No red. No. I don't need stars this time.
I almost would recommend taking weight room here.
No, secret passage. Secret passage.
Oh, for cloister. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You can re-roll, by the way, which is very good for this.
Yep.
So now it's going to be more like a 7 and 8 chance that you end up getting a cloister that's free among one of these 3. That's easy. Very easy. All right, so that's your cloister condition hit. And so now it is just...
Was that 3 upgrade discs?
We have 3 upgrade discs total. Yeah.
Yes, okay, so I need to mark 1 more on my board. Okay. Hello, I don't have a shovel.
Yeah, I think I'd be concerned.
I'm gonna go to the edge.
Okay.
I don't really want pool. Chapel's not great. We're gonna redraw quickly.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's office for 4.
Well,
There's office for 4.
That is our 4th upgrade disc. Yeah.
Master bedroom has allowance in it, which could be helpful, but we don't need that anymore. Office is number 4 for upgrade discs. We were staring down office quite a few times. Again, it's just an upgrade disc that's next to a terminal. GG no re. I don't know what the easiest upgrade disc configure is now.
Ooh.
Yeah, bunk room is a bad upgrade. So there's commissary. That's a real thing. There's patio archive. That's also a real one. If you can get patio and you can get archives.
I take bunk room.
That's another upgrade.
This one here.
I'm trying to.
This is another letter.
I'm not super familiar with.
Karki's Garage is another one that's.
Oh, Karki's Garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real one.
So that is officially
That's
like our
3 letters.
Go mode end game now is the upgrade disc.
Yeah, the final upgrade disc.
Yeah.
is-
Either that or
realistically.
honestly seeing lavatory and seeing billiard room will be the end. If we can get each of those 2 rooms, that will. Oh, salted food is still on the board. What am I saying?
Well, salted food or 4 blue flames, which that's
Billiard's there though. That's gonna
Okay.
get rid of an objective. Yeah.
that'll get rid of an objective. I think schoolhouse would be the other way you connect. Oh, 4 red letters. Oh, wait, we've done 4 red letters because office.
No,
is
we
one
do
of
have
them.
3.
We don't have
3.
study yet.
We haven't got a 4th yet.
Oh, fish paste. Okay.
12
There's a-
divided by 2 is 6.
Yep.
Ultimately, though,
Sorry to
there's a
interrupt
number of
on
paths we
that,
can take at this
10.
point. And
25. Okay, couple keys.
we'll see what the
Alright.
game deals us.
Just gain chest power easy. Again, we don't have all the blue flames necessary for that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
understand.
not yet.
Oh my gosh! Always pick veranda. Oh,
Yeah, we're always drafting Branda.
Is it still bugged? Is it still
it is still bugged in such a way where it is doubly powerful compared to
Yeah.
what it should be. Oh wow! Do you? That ends the. Does it?
No, it doesn't have to
we
go
still
back
have
to
West Wing. Hall. Yeah.
What does greenhouse do for you in this current instance?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I don't think it does anything.
It's a green room after veranda, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. We take pool.
Could you do kitchen morning room? Is that a real thing that you could try right now?
I mean, there's a world technically, but
There's technically a world. There's open
yeah.
hall doors in Great Hall doesn't functionally do anything for you right now.
Hi, conservatory.
this is our first conservatory, huh? Wow.
Yep. Hi.
Yeah, you have to set that back to common if you want it
Yeah.
again. Do you want it again? I don't know if that matters right now. Set that to common. The breakfast room is fine.
You can stay.
Yeah.
What's in here? Oh, well, that's
not bad.
minimally helpful. Okay. Drafting out of here doesn't make a ton of sense. We'll just. Oh, it's unlocked.
It could be something. Not music.
I
Right?
can't.
Just shove dining room.
Dining.
Don't need to eat from
Yeah.
it right now because we're trying to.
Salts. This is where we. Oh no, there's coins, not salt.
There can be a salt shaker that spawns in the dining room.
Yeah, that
not
does all the
today,
food.
but
We're very close. We just need that last upgrade. Trying to
oh,
imagine what that does. Have we done Great Hall upgrade disc quite yet?
haven't.
we have not. No.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
very close to that as well. Locksmith could be special key for
I'd-
silver if you want to go out of pool. That's a real
I'd
thing that
probably
you could try.
re-roll personally, but
Yeah.
There's kitchen.
kitchen.
You can't get
Oh.
morning room right now.
yeah,
there's
okay,
Lav. That's your second
2
director
full
category.
directories. Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
So if you want to check that real quick. Oh yeah, and then your steps are set to 40. Very nice work.
Yep.
nice.
Okay, hang on. I am slightly discombobbled. I'm going to take a peek at something quickly to recombobble myself. Okay. We're going to check house history, actually. That's via this. Okay. So we have, I'm counting billiards. 1 billiards, because I always sell billiards if I get it. 2,
3.
3.
3.
Yeah, and then today.
That is 4 billiards.
You have-
Okay,
you
that
have
is
it-
correct.
You have
Okay.
it for billiards, yeah. So salted food. I would almost start resetting for commissary. I don't know though. It's such a tough one to do.
Yeah.
No.
That's none of these are great. I don't really want those.
There's
I
lots
locksmith again. I'm taking hallway because hallway's unlocked.
Sure.
Yep.
Wait, is it? Oh, because of foyer, yeah.
Because foyer, yeah. Yeah, chapel works.
Don't love chapel.
Yeah, Jim's good.
Parlor's more gems.
More gems, but probably a locked door if I had to guess.
Yeah, we'll find out in a sec.
A box next to this box is true, so it's in the white box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a fun one. Yeah, and then you want to have the gems before you draft this, just in case you get jangled. Yeah, unfortunate. All right, I think that's it. I almost.
So we can't get into the foundation. Do I need to go back? Is it worth trying to draft out of the West Wing Hall? Because that's 1, 2, 3.
If you get vault, that ends the game.
Okay.
If you use the treasure map and it has 40 coins in it, that also ends the game. I don't think you
I don't have a shovel.
Treasure map is in Foundation, which we can't get to.
Oh, man. What are the odds? I've actually never dug up Foundation for that purpose.
Yeah.
Four red letters
many paths as part of this run that maybe we just found the exact limit for our show of what we can handle. But let's go ahead and try to wrap that run up, and then once we finish that, we will continue with normally scheduled programming. So we will then take a break, go into Hollow Knight, and etc. with the scenic route. So don't worry, you haven't missed anything, and if you have, check out YouTube. But otherwise, if the three of you are still here and ready and good to go, we should be all set.
Yeah, indeed we are. All right, so we can restart the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I just paused and stopped in a corner there. I realized I have 8 inventory items while we were on break, so we'll mark that. And we're just going to keep going. Okay.
Yeah, locker room.
Sure, locker room.
Do you have conference room on the board?
I do not.
Okay. Well, best of luck finding all those keys. It's just one more. Oh, so patio, if you can find archives, is a real deal. If you have a shovel
true.
on you.
Yeah, that would be our last upgrade disc potentially.
That'd be big. That would be big. Patio.
Oh, hi.
Has a little secret that is derived information from, I believe, training the aquarium, where there is an
aquarium.
X spot. Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Oh,
What a
battery.
patio this is.
Well, it's because you have veranda. Always draft veranda.
Indeed.
Turn it.
So we'll dig up the resources from here. So if we can hit archives and we can make our way back to a terminal, this run is over. Even if not, all she would need to do is redraft the patio at some point and be done with that.
Chapel.
Yeah, chapel. It's chapel or nothing, because you don't have the gems for it. You know.
Yep.
Do we just, I just keep seeing the turnips. Do we hypothetically just eat those raw?
Well,
Yep.
wouldn't you?
Yep.
What's wrong with that?
Okay.
Yep.
Simon's a weird kid.
Wait, don't even wash them off, nothing. Just take the bite right out.
Draft studio, huh?
At
Drafting
the
studio
dog.
makes no sense.
At the dog. Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to get archives at this current moment.
Yeah.
You could have added Dovecoat if you really wanted to.
True. Yeah. Or a
it's
kennel,
quite all right.
pet some dogs, you know?
Yeah. Oh, geez, it really wants you to have a
Garage, huh?
I think if you want to continue doing stuff, music room's the way to go. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get some pretty music.
there-
Oh, my word.
well, you're not going to be able to
Can't
use
do
that
anything
either.
with that. Yeah.
No, I can't use that.
You can't use
Unfortunate.
secret garden key in the corner. Well, that's fun. Yes. You got one more
Is there a chest
go
there?
of it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd be hoping. Oh, garage on.
No,
garage on.
we just had the
know.
option to draft it, but it's gone
That would
now.
have been
Yeah.
another up disc as well. Something to keep in mind, which unfortunately is going to be no pois there. Yeah, I think that's going to be day. I don't think you've got any. Oh, you've got
Yeah.
parlor access in the middle of the
have
manor in theory.
Entrance
if you
hall
wanted
to the
go.
left, we never drafted. That's kind of wild.
Entrance
Yeah,
hall.
what am I hoping for? I guess I could hypothetically, out of maybe parlor, get a
our
great hall.
Great hall or archives
Or
would both
archives,
work.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we are not going to end this day. We're going to keep going. We've got the steps for it.
Yeah.
Have you already drafted security on this manor? Do you know off the top of your head?
I have.
It is drafted. Yeah.
Yeah. Security would have been something nice because it, again, is one of those rooms that gives us the duct drafts because of the power conduit stuff that we mentioned previously. It doesn't look like that's going to be an option in this instance. Yeah, through
I
secret.
just have a fear how I'm going back up. Oh,
Yeah, this is
what
a
a
goofy
path we're on.
constructed.
we
You
are
don't need any more keys, I don't think.
probably not, but why not? We're fine, I think, for steps.
Yeah, no.
Actually, there's a computer here, which is nice and close.
Yep. So you end up getting that. That's all good.
It is up through this way. Okay, this is a house that has been built for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who designed this thing anyway? Well,
Welcome to this game.
Not secret garden. Oh yeah.
oh, baby.
Okay,
Guys, it's not over yet, but it will be soon.
I'm going to do this. So, while we're doing this, Gelly and Pickle, do you want to do shout-outs quickly before time ends?
Yeah, shout outs to the whole Blueprints community, including Duck, who currently mentioned that he's watching the stream. So shout outs to them. That's it from me.
Shout outs to Blueprintal, my favorite daily game where I guess what Blueprints room is happening. I discovered it a week ago. It's the best. That's it for me.
And that's time,
Awesome.
I believe. Now that
Time actually, isn't it upon using it fully? We haven't used
Once we've
it fully yet.
upgraded, yeah.
all right, sure.
And
Funeral.
we are going to select.
Funeral.
And that is time.
GG.
All right, very good.
What a run that was. That was pretty wild. Too many paths. I think we hit path overload on the show. But thank you to Cutie for having me on. I've been doing a lot of Blueprints Bingo, basically once or even sometimes twice a week on my stream. I've been doing it. If you enjoy watching this, you want to see more of this, you want to see hopefully less cursed bingo, come follow me at twitch.tv/selcouthmind. Also go check out both Gelly and Pickled Human on Twitch. They both stream really cool things. Especially Gelly does some really wild stuff with Blueprints. If you enjoyed it, please go do that. But also stick around, keep supporting the show. I love Perilous Paths, and it's been great to be back. So thank you, Cutie.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. You are an incredible guest as always. Thank you both to Gelly and Pickled Human. We are going to take a quick break as we get set up for Hollow Knight Silksong with visuals. That is going to be an incredible run. And just in case the stream goes down or anything like that happens, remember, you can always join the GDQ Discord and do !chat or !Discord in chat before anything happens, so that you can join the Discord, add the hotfix role to stay in the loop of upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. But like I said, we are going to take a very short break because obviously we already just sort of had a break, and we will be right back with Hollow Knight Silksong visuals and all of that fun stuff. So don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Perilous Paths here on GDQ Hotfix. I appreciate y'all sticking with us through some technical difficulties. We believe we've got everything fixed, and we are good to go for the rest of the evening. Before we get into the finale of Perilous Paths, I do want to let everyone know we have a lot of events coming up here on GDQ and Hotfix. So I want to mention that first we have Frost Fatales, which will be next week, March 8th to 15th, right here on this Twitch and our YouTube account, and that'll be raising money for the National Women's Law Center. Then we're going to have our Trans Day of Visibility, which is going to be March 21st to 22nd. And you can use exclamation mark. There's exclamation marks for all of these, but TDOV in Twitch chat. And then we will also be live and returning to PAX East March 26th to 29th. And you can visit east.paxsite.com to find out more about that, or use exclamation mark PAX in chat to learn more. Normally, I would want to separate those events. They all deserve recognition in their own right, but I do also want to catch us up on the schedule. So make sure you're keeping an eye on our website, on our events, in our Discord, as mentioned before, to see all those amazing things that we have coming up, benefiting incredible causes. Now, let's go ahead and, without further ado, move into Hollow Knight Silksongs with Visual and Friend. How are we doing, the two of you? Thank you for bearing with us while we were getting everything sorted out.
Yeah, doing great. Thank you for having us. I wanted to show off this absolutely gorgeous game that everyone waited so long for. But yeah, I am Visuals. With me is, as always, is Mr. Sir71. What's up, bud?
Hey.
And just a small thing, it's not a huge deal. There's two any percents. There's any percent release patch and later patches. At the most recent GDQ, that's where we saw Scene do an amazing job at any percent release patch. That's the one that goes through the mist and doesn't get float. We're going to be doing later patches, which is like 2 minutes slower. But I think it's a different run. I like it better. And we're going to do release patch, or later patches, sorry. So time will start whenever we see it. Normally says Act 1 start or Act 1 Farloom, but it's going to be in Chinese, so I'll let you know whenever it pops up. We actually play on in the game they allow you to roll back to previous saves, so we roll back to a just got off the ground started run, and we start the timer at like 21.76, I think it is. Just so we don't have to watch like this opening over and over. And 3, 2, 1, start.
Good luck, have fun.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I haven't seen this in a while because we normally skip it.
It's great quality of life.
Yeah.
It's you don't, when you're playing casually, you don't feel how long this is, but when you're speedrunning,
yeah, every time
you just reset, maybe you just lost a run. You're like, come on, man, let's go.
So we have Hornet. She was captured by some enemies that we'll actually see later. and then she made her escape. And now we are instead of in Hollow Nest, we are in Farloom. And in the beginning of the run, you're going to be seeing me, if I can not mess it up, do this little down dash movement here. It actually has a lot to it, because if you down dash normally and you hit the ground, you like kind of stick into the ground for a second. But if you let go of all your directional keys when you do it, it allows you to like jump instantly. And then sometimes the roof is kind of a little bit too low. So I'll do this thing where I'm only letting go of the left, right, and keeping like held down. And it allows you to kind of like hit the ground and immediately then move. So there's just a lot going on in terms of like this little triangle movement that we're doing. I'm on record. It's not my favorite thing. It's just a lot of work to move, but it does have a high skill gap, which I think is really cool.
Yep, added skill for sure.
Yeah, because
probably saving
what we saw in the tournament
on me in all these rooms.
Yeah, you just see people like
silly
pulling ahead of each other so much by just being able to execute this at a really high level.
This is, by the way, he said down dash. This is actually your down slash.
Sorry, down slash, yeah.
Hollow Knight, you'll notice, when you down slash, it just slashes downwards. In this game, it's this kind of diagonal dive. So one thing that's really cool throughout this game is you'll see Hornet learning all the moves that she does in Hollow Knight. So if you're, someone who's played Hollow Knight for thousands on thousands of hours, like the two of us, it's just so cool to watch it happen.
And we have Mouse Mother here, who's going to be our little introductory tutorial boss. A bit scripted, as far as she's going to die right there. And if you haven't played this and you have played Hollow Knight, there's a lot of overlap. But for example, now we can heal in midair, and it costs our entire silk spool, which is 9 hits instead of 3, but you do heal for 3. And it is super punishing to get hit during it, because that means you lose the health that from getting hit, and you lose all of the silk that you were going to use to heal. It's just so punishing. So don't hit the heal button unless you're sure you're going to get it off. But there we have. Oh wait, what's their name in the beginning? Because it changes. I don't want to spoil anything. Chapel Maid.
Chapel Maid.
Yeah. Little Chapel Maid's gonna wake us up. So what you're gonna see here in 80% is the first 2 acts of the game. And I know whenever me and Sir were both playing casually on like day of release, we got to like the end of Act 1 and we were like, okay, normally there's like a 3-act structure to most stories, but like that was a really long time. This surely is only 2 acts, right? No. Act 3 is probably as long as Act 1 and 2 combined. We're not going to see that today. We're just going to be going through Act 1 and 2 to get to the credits for the first time. But there's a lot of game after that. So if you somehow haven't played this and you don't want to be spoiled to like the Act 3 stuff, don't worry, we're not going to see it. That is true, and that is like a 4-hour category.
It reminds me a little bit of like Nier Automata, which fingers crossed is going to be on our next episode, where it's like you have Route A and a lot of people think the game's over, and it's like you're only a third of the way through. You got to play it 2 more times.
Yeah. Yeah, like even speedrunners are, what is the record now? Like just under 4 hours, and 80% is 50 minutes or so.
Crazy.
So a little skip there, just to make sure we can get up and not have to go all the way around, fight an arena. And we're going to see Chakra, which is our map maker, the corner for this game. And she's going to say...
He's woefully absent from this game.
She has a couple different dialogue options. If you get Pashanka, it's good luck. Okay, we don't need it.
She didn't say it, I heard.
She didn't. But we're going to make our way up to our first silk skill here, which for all intents and purposes, are basically spells from Hollow Knight, using the same resource that you use to heal. And this one is going to be the Silk Spear, which uses 4 silk to be able to shoot a really long range spear that like shoots out and contracts. And it's actually like when I first used it, I wasn't a fan just because of how used to Fireball I was, because of how instant it was. Like, you stop on a dime, it comes out like frame one. This one has a bit of a wind up and throw, but it does have a lot going on to it as far as how it interacts with turnaround and hitting walls and like landing when you throw it. Like, there's a lot of ways to speed it up, which I thought was really cool once I learned about it. So we have the Silk Spear, which we have to get because it's going to allow us to free the Bell Beast over here, and we actually need to go through this path anyway. So kind of serves two purposes. We're not going to use the Bell Beast at any point, which is the fast travel system after you beat the boss. And I'm going to attempt to do a bit of a phase skip here. Okay.
Yep, so he's just waiting for specific attacks in a given order, and he's going to try to get a very specific amount of damage before this attack successfully done. Nice. If he did too much damage early on, it would have phased, so we had to get just the right amount.
And yeah, I'll show the Smashbox here. Yeah, I was supposed to get 4 hits in the very beginning, and I probably could have fixed it, but I wanted to show off the actual phase skip, so I just got 1 hit on that first attack just to line it up with what I was supposed to do. But saves like 15 seconds, and doing it with 1 extra attack like I just did still would have saved like that wastes like 4, so 8 or 9 seconds. Not bad. But we're gonna get our first Silk Heart, which I don't think the game necessarily explained very. I mean, maybe I just can't read, which is totally possible. But I didn't realize what these things did for like a while. It actually
it is in Chinese.
Yeah, true.
That's true. Yeah.
And I can't read Chinese. That is a fact. It is an item that there are 3 of in the game, and what they do is when you're at 0 silk, it will take a little bit of time and you can regen one of them. So you can never be stuck on 0. And there are some movement options that we're going to, like one that we're going to get later, which requires silk. So it just makes it where you never get stuck with 0 silk, like on like a ledge or something that required the use of that ability. So from now until like near the end of the game or the run, we're going to have always regening 1 silk. So we'll never be stuck at 0. Which I think actually makes like routing out your silk usage like really interesting, because if you can find places to like get down to 0, then you can get a free 1 back. But
So we've alluded to some of the HUD elements, but just to recap, if you haven't played these games before, top left we have those 5 masks going across our health. We can get more health throughout the game. We won't in this run. To the lower left of that is our silk spool, which is where we keep our mana basically in this game. Each hit on an enemy gives us 1 silk. And to the right of that is just our equipped silk skill, which is our silk spear.
I am messing up this pre-dash movement a lot.
You can also see which crest we have equipped, but you won't see that in this run either.
Yeah,
It's going to stay the same.
I think Truaning grabs Wander, which is the closest thing you can get to playing as the knight in Silksong, because it's just Hornet using a very similar skill set to the ghost. But I think they get that because it can crit.
Yeah, I think so. And it hits faster, so there's just more chances at him.
Yeah, just high DPS. But making our way over to through the deep docks over to get our sprint, which is going to change our movement drastically. Not just the fact that we can run, but the proper way to go the fastest you can go is by a certain like button sequence combo that I actually thought was going to get way worse on my hands, but it actually is not that bad. I think this pre-dash movement is actually worse on my hands than doing the, what do we call them? Sprint, down, dash, sprint? I don't know. Whatever they ended up calling them.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what they're called, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, the start's pretty rough on that end.
So right here, you'll see I'm doing a turnaround right before I throw the silk spear, and that just cuts the amount of time between your needle and throwing the spear like in half. And there's actually a way to make it even faster, which is just to be landing right after the needle completes, and you can throw the spear like 0.1 seconds after. It's actually kind of nuts, but like once I figured out, or was told about it, I was actually at GDQ doing a stream and asked me like, hey, is there a reason why you're doing turnarounds instead of landing spears? And I was like, what's a landing spear? You're gonna have to explain that to me. I don't know. But yeah, it's there's like a lot going on. And then on top of that, if you can ever hit a wall with the spear, it just like gives you control of your character immediately. But now we have Swift Step, aka the dash, and the initial burst of speed from the dash is faster than the rest of like the running. So what we're doing by doing this little like /dash action is trying to get that initial burst as many times as we can, because it's faster. Doesn't look like it is, in my opinion. I think it looks weird that you're like slowing down to go faster, but it is faster. And now we have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If she backs up, that's good. Nope. I wanted to not. There we go.
The reason he wants her to back up is so we knock her into the lava, and that does 15
40
damage, or is it 40? 40 damage, yeah. I don't know why I had 15. And right now our needle does 5,
Yep.
I believe.
Same thing as Hollow Knight.
So that's 8 hits.
It's just a lot more damage than we can do. I mean, it wasn't really worth it to wait like that long. Sometimes runners will like wait if they know that she's about to like move into a spot that's closer to the ledge. I wasted more time than it saved, but I just wanted to knock her into lava. But that is Lace 1. She is effectively the Hornet of this game, where there's 2 versions of Hornet in Hollow Knight, but 3 in this game. I actually don't know why I went up right there. I've literally never done that once in my whole life. It worked out. I knew there was a path up there. I just never took it. But
Third area so far. This is Firefields.
yeah. And this is where the route becomes the most different from the one that Scene did on Release Patch, because on Release Patch, they don't come over here to get... This is where we're going to get the float or hover. And they don't get that ability at all, and that's because on the release patch of the game, there's a wall jump that is the only place in the game where the float is required, because you have to use it to like ride an airstream, like similar to that one right there. And there's a wall jump that allows you to not have to do that at all, but in the first patch of the game, like literally a week after the game released, they removed that wall jump. So they have to play on release patch, which is harder. Has way more like double damage sources, and like it's just a lot more punishing. Nice.
We're just collecting these spines right now.
Yeah.
As a quest to unlock the cloak.
Yeah, gotta get 25 of them. I think that said 15 if I remember it. 17. Oh, I should have did the spear. That's okay. And now we're going to quit back to the bench right next to the seamstress, I think.
Yep.
Sweet. This is why I bring Mr. Sir along all the time, because he knows all the NPCs' names. I'm playing in Chinese. I don't know anybody's name.
They call me name guy.
But now we're gonna have the float, which is gonna allow us to do a lot of really cool like skips. I can think of like 4 off the top of my head, and one we're about to see here in a minute. So if you play this game, you know that if you ever come over here to the Farfields and you try to run back, there's a boss called Fourth Chorus, which I think is a really cool boss, and I like it a lot. But it is a really, really, really long boss encounter, and we could actually make it faster by doing a skip to bounce off his head and like drop the rocks onto them from the very start, or we can do this. I knew I jumped too early. That's okay. Oh, now it's kind of not okay, but it might still be okay. I kind of need that floor though. Come on, give me the floor back. There we go. There we go.
Hey.
So now we just have to not get hit on the way up.
That's all.
Easy peasy. But yeah, you just leave. And we're gonna ride these airstreams up. So where we're going is a area called Greymar. Don't hit me, thank you. And the way that the other runs get there, there's actually two versions, but there's one that's generally faster that everyone uses in the release patch, where they grab a key and they go around from the left. But we need to come over here to the right to get a bell. We've already gotten two of them. It was after we beat the Bell Beast and after we beat Lace. They're like little levers that we hit, and that's the essence of this like later patches route, which is where we have to get 5 bells so that we can get into the Citadel. The Citadel is where Act 2 starts, and there's 2 entrances. The release patch goes to the other one, which is the Mist. We're gonna go through the Blasted Steps to fight Last Judge to get into Act 2. What'd you say, sir? Oh my God. Don't you dare actually me. Yes.
How did you get to Act 2? I was very surprised how many people responded through the Mist. I don't know. It just felt pretty like explained.
Yeah, I only know one person that went through the Mist legitimately, like without knowing that it existed. And it was my friend Pound, who plays games very weird, so I'm not super shocked. But right there, that little skip that I messed up and then had to reset the room is to get up to this. This is our 3rd bell, and I'm going to bench because we're on our way to a boss. And if I didn't, I would spawn next to Chakra, so it wouldn't be that bad. But had I not, then I would spawn all the way back down where we grabbed the float and it's just rip run. But yeah, there's technically, as Sir said, there is a 3rd way to get into the Mist, but it requires like a crazy amount of like skips using like different tools and like just to get up to double jump so that you can come in through the wisp thicket. It's not worth it at all. Like it'd never be viable in a speed run.
Now that I'd be impressed if someone did casually.
But there is actually a skip for that arena where you go over it, but it's really finicky and very inconsistent. And I already messed up the 4th quarter skip twice, so we're gonna move on. This saves like 7-8 seconds, and I'm just not consistent enough to hit that. But making our way through Greymar, and we are gonna see.
You might recognize.
Oh, go ahead.
You might recognize those scissor fellas from the trailer that was just on the Steam page. If anyone else, like me, was just looking longingly at the Steam page for years.
Or for hours because I couldn't download the game.
That's
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I need you to swoop. Thank you.
Nice.
So this is where we're going to abuse
this game early.
Sorry, we're going to abuse the needle hitting the wall to give us instant control.
Yep.
There we go. Sorry, go ahead.
Nice fight. That boss used to be a lot harder. Anyone else out there who played it, on the release patch, everybody get their shirts in the mail. That's,
I beat the harder Morwing.
Beat this boss on release.
Yeah. All I got was this lousy t-shirt. So yeah, we we abused Morwing being over to the left because that one actually, like, even if you have to wait like I did for Morwing to get over to the left, having all of those spears hit the wall to give you instant control makes up for that amount of time, like, and then some. It's actually so much faster. But now we're in Shellwood. Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of difficulty, this is a game that's got quite the reputation, obviously, for difficulty. At what point in this run, difficulty means different things for speedrunners, though. At what point of this run, if any, do we start having sort of an air of danger or risk of death? Is there anything that we should be looking out for where things go hard mode for us?
Yeah, so I would say Last Judge is, I mean, I could just die to this next boss that's coming up here in like 2 minutes, but it's not like that common for me to die to her. But it's not impossible. I mean, there's some of her attacks do 2 damage. We only have 5 health. That's a running theme in this game, is how many things do double damage. There were mods that came out like 3 days after the game release that made things do 1. But I'd say Last Judge is definitely one where it's super possible. And then 2 bosses later, Trobio is super possible. And then HHA is the number 1, which is an arena that's before the last 2 bosses in the game. Easily the number 1 place. Like if I were to die like 3 times, I wouldn't even be that shocked. I probably won't, but it's been known to happen. It's insanely hard. Let's see how on it I am today. It's just like 10.
All right, making our way to Sister Splinter here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I meant by the boss.
I tried to make that joke.
But yeah, this is to the right
the boss.
is a boss named Sister Splinter, and we are just not going to see her.
Oh, I thought that was like a Ninja Turtle thing or something, like Master Splinter.
Yeah.
The sister.
And do a little skip here. A little heal cancel to make it around, saves like 8 seconds or so. And we're going to get our next ability, the Cling Grip, aka Wall Jump. And then we're going to make our way over to Widow, our next boss. And I know a lot of release patch runners, when they watch people who run this category, the way the wall jump works is different whether you have float or not. It actually seems backwards to me, because you would think if the game didn't have to wait to see if your jump input was going to be a float or a wall jump, it would be slower, but it actually reacts faster and lets you jump off the wall earlier. So like the wall jump is a little like laggier when you don't have float, mostly because they probably just didn't expect you to ever get here without having float. Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
But yeah, they always look at it longingly like, oh God, I wish I had your wall jumps. they want to be able to jump earlier. All right, we're gonna do a little heal. And fun fact, you can hit the challenge button. Look on your keybinds to know where that is. Do a little challenge that skips her dialogue, and you just get right into the fight. So anytime I get hit by her doing that little like scurry across the floor, that's 2 damage. I think those are 2 damage too, those bells on the ground. Luckily her contact damage is 1, or else we'd be at 1 right now. That's phase 1.
You can slow down. I like this music.
Nah, I like this music too. It's actually one of my favorite songs. And it plays during First Center as well, which we're not going to see, but I love First Center. True. One of my favorite fights. Ever.
Hey.
I don't know if I can call this voiceover, but the sound effect is very interesting there. Just the constant wah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a goober. But we're going to get the needle in, which is pretty close to being functionally the same as the Dream Nail. Except for, so funnily enough, Team Cherry didn't mean to do this, I don't think. But if you were to, let's say, be on like debug mod of the game and remove the needle in from your inventory, like remove the skill entirely, and then you get to the end of the game where you need to play certain songs, like it's basically like this game's like Ocarina. Like you have to be able to play the 3 melodies at the end to unlock like the final boss fight of Act 2. The game actually doesn't check to see whether you have the needle in at all. Like you can just press up and it'll start like a cutscene and you'll pull the needle in out of nowhere and you can play it. So that would make you think, oh, you could just skip getting the needle in altogether. Well, no. And the reason for that is because there's two paths we can take right now. One, which is what the other category does, goes to the right and they go to mist. And the way the mist works is it has a random chance of 8 different rooms that I can give you. It's very Lost Woods. And the way to get out of it is to pick the correct exit to like progress to make the counter go up, the hidden counter. You wouldn't know this casually, but yeah, it has a hidden counter. You have to go through the correct exit out of like the 4 or 5 options, depending on which room. And the way to know which one of those is correct is there's these little like butterflies and you play the needle in and they will fly toward the correct exit. And this isn't explained to you. You just have to like figure that out.
Anybody else picturing Charlie Day in front of the pinboard with all the red string on it? Right
So there's a lot to explain. But so that would make you think like, oh, well, you could just like get lucky and like run to the correct exit. No. If you don't have the needle in your inventory, the game will never give you the correct exit. You just can't make it through. Even if you were to like theoretically get lucky, there is no correct exit if you don't have the item. So you can't go through the mist. So if you want to come into the Citadel from the other side, the Last Judge, that requires you to get 5 bells. And that is exactly what is right above us right now is one of our 5 bells. So you actually have to get the needle in, even though past this point, like the game never checks to see whether you have it. You could just enter little cutscenes and play it. If there was a way for us to like skip the needle in, we'd do it, but we can't. Don't even say wisp thicket. Don't talk to me, Wisp. So, real quick.
I found the area so late.
Thank you to Team Cherry for making needle upgrades free. They cost no money, and anything like the first one is just completely free. You just talk to them, and we get it like right off rip. The other one or all the other ones require an item, but they don't cost money either. Wait. I think the second one doesn't cost money. I think the ones that act that might, if I remember right. Either way, making the first one free and not at like the corner of the map like Hollow Knight is so nice.
Yeah. They all cost money in Hollow Knight, if that's what you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, and the good thing is in Hollow Knight, it didn't end up mattering for us because we didn't use the needle for damage anyway, because we were just going to use spells. In this game, the spells are tied to our needle damage. So our spear right now doesn't have a number. It just does 3 of whatever our needle is, which like is right now, or it was 5. So the spear did 15. Now it's 9 and the spear does 27. So like the fact that the needle upgrade is so much more conveniently placed for a speed run and only takes like 15 seconds to grab, and it makes our spear do more damage is so big.
You remembered yourself, but I was ready to remind you.
I wouldn't have, or I might have, but I saw you say that in chat, so
Well, now that your one job is done, you can take the rest of the run off.
I'm leaning back, yeah.
The hands behind his head, feet kicked up on the desk. So there's 2, we're in the blasted steps, and there are 2 skips. One is going to be, I don't have enough silk. That's what you should have reminded me of.
Ah.
Oh, I didn't even do it right. That's fine.
You had 2 jobs.
You had 2 jobs.
Now I have 2 jobs.
That's okay. We need silk for the first one to heal to make that float, and then the second one is one that's generally considered to be harder, but I don't need silk
I'll
for it.
remind you of this lever instead.
There we go.
Bang.
There's just a little hidden wall under there that you can wall jump onto. That skips an entire room to the right. It's like massive and takes like, I did the math for a YouTube short. I don't remember what it was, 15 seconds or so.
I'm surprised it's that little.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think the crawl pogo does even more because it's a whole arena that you have to fight.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
But now we're going to make our way over to one of the, probably the peak in difficulty as far as the run so far. I don't think anything else before this is. It's just because all of her attacks do 2 damage. So like, it's so punishing to get hit by her that I think this boss functionally is easier than the other option, which is Phantom in the Mist. But it's just easier to dodge her attacks. It's just more punishing to mess it up. And sometimes she does this little thing where she dashes backwards and then dashes forward instantly, and it makes me very upset. And I hope I don't see it. I have this reflex where I want to dash at her when she dashes backwards, but sometimes she'll just lunge forward right after that and you get hit. I just have to let her sit back there. Oh! Everything's fine. There we go. And this boss took me a dozen tries, I think, my first time. I counted that. Oh, there we go. Nice. So in a real like PB attempt, this boss beating it at full health is actually kind of a big deal because the next boss we're going to fight, we have to start the fight by taking 2 points of damage. And it's not impossible to die to that boss. Like it's not the hardest boss in the run, but I mean, top runners have definitely died to it. You just get messed up or you get a weird pattern. But for the marathon purposes, I'm gonna take a safety bench because I don't want to go all the way back down to that bench that we didn't have to like do the 2 skips yet.
Well, you don't have to do the skips. You hit the levers.
Well, the first one, the second one I'd still have to do.
It's easier because you hit the lever. But
So, a lot of casual players, whenever they hear that we go through here, they're like, "Oh, well, you have to like go through the underworks." Nope, there's a hidden wall. Whoa! I thought I jumped. Okay, I'm not gonna do the other bench because it just takes way longer to get to. I'll just grab this one real quick. Does mean it's a little more punishing if we die.
I don't know what's going on in chat. Can somebody tell me what this silo clip thing is?
I don't want to.
So
we used to run 4-player co-op Halo 3 easy.
Yeah.
And I did a skip that is usually done with a different character model. I also failed it for like 5 minutes on stage.
And the 2 people you're seeing in chat, Spilled OJ and Doomrock, were our other 2 people of our 4-player co-op. So they're the ones giving them a little bit of grief.
To bring up
hard, okay?
It's his trauma. He's just like, I tried
I don't know what's going on.
None of the rest of them can do it. So
No, yeah, I've never done it. It was just funny because it's something that like we'll go for if we're like trying to like really push the time, and it saves a lot of time, but like we don't expect him to hit it more than like once out of every like 10 attempts. So sometimes we just throw away a run because we try to go for it. And then he has to try to do it in a marathon, and it took him a few attempts, and it's like, we don't blame you, it just looks really bad. He was very hard on himself, like way harder than we were on him, but it's funny to mess with him. But yeah.
I love the Choral Chambers music. It's my favorite in the game.
Oh. Can you go down, please? Pretty soon we're gonna get to 2 fantastic pieces of music, the Cogwork Dancers and Cogwork Core, which are like absolute fan favorites.
Those 3 are all probably top 5 for me, including this one.
Also, we can do that, where the down slash, when you connect with an enemy, it like gives you iframes. And we can use that. We can either use the down dash or we can use the harpoon that we're gonna get later that just allows you to like go straight through enemies. It's pretty sick. And it's not as hard to execute as you would think. But we're gonna take intentional damage here.
If you don't love this fight, I respect your opinion. But I love this fight.
But I'm gonna let it color all like your other opinions. Like, oh
Yeah, I'll remember that you don't love this fight.
the doomed Yowie.
That's the split name
Yeah.
on his splits. Yeah.
So they don't share a health bar, but if you get one of them to low enough, then it pushes the phase. So we are intentionally trying to hit only one of them. The only exception to that is like if I can't get to the other one, and I would just like extra silk. Like right here, I don't care about the damage. I just want to get the higher silk. Oh. And I found out that apparently whenever they are in the middle right there, only the one that goes to the right, the one that I'm trying to attack, takes damage when they're like combined in the middle. So like I've had people be like, oh, why don't you attack the other one because he like moves second, so you'd have more time to hit him. It's like, yeah, but whenever they combine in the middle, I can only hit the other one. So, and this is the sad, quote unquote, easy part of the fight. We won't talk about the fact that I've died here before.
So we were talking in the green room.
Everyone's gonna do it.
I've been avoiding watching runs of this game because I haven't played it myself. So right there, I was expecting like an Ornstein and Smough, like the second one would be twice as hard, and then it's just kind of, it was sad.
Yeah, it's sad. His partner's gone, and he's just living out the. It's even more sad if you let it continue because he'll like go to do the middle combine move, and he'll just go there by himself and then slowly float down to the ground. It's like, oh no, come on, man. You can't make me feel sad like that. All right, banger music.
A lot of lore too. True. That makes it even more sad. But anyways. Shout out to me for that routing. Sorry. The routing or the pathing rather through the room.
Did you route that?
I mean, you asked me how I did it, and I told you. Oh, bang. Anyways.
So we're gonna go. We're on our way over to this Whispering Volts arena, which is basically just the appetizer for the big arena later, the High Halls arena. These are some of the same enemies, and there's less of them, and we don't have Harpoon, and it's not quite as hard, but it gives you a bit of a taste. Sometimes it can just go really south.
My experience in this arena is tainted by grinding rosaries, so I just see a lot of these enemies as like rosary grinding enemies.
I knew it. Fine. Come here.
We'll see a return of the bell throwers. Unfortunately.
There we go.
Biz, where would you rank that specific instance of this enemy on your nemesis in this game?
The last
Top
one?
5? Yeah.
Like the boss guy, the guy in the background?
Yeah.
I probably like third because number 2 is right there, and number 1 is later, where you have to like do a down dash to get just a tiny burst of speed to make it under him, and I hate it.
Yeah.
At least in that first time, I have time to like actually heal afterwards if I take hits.
Mm-hmm. Well, now we're on our way to your favorite fight casually, I think, right?
Definitely is S tier casually. Speedrunning, it's probably D tier. I'm gonna open that lever just in case, because he just throws smoke bombs that bounce off the corner of the wall and come at you at Mach speed, and yeah.
I shouldn't have asked. My bad. This is Trobio.
Named after Matthew Trobiani, the voice actor.
That's true.
Shout out to Matthew. Wait, I know it's Trobiani, actually. I'm second guessing myself on Matt. I think it is.
I was thinking of what's his name from Friends, who's Joey Tribbiani.
Oh yeah.
Joey Tribbiani, yeah. Yeah, that actually is the voice actor's name, though.
Okay.
To be honest. I don't remember the first name, like you said. But.
Oh. Nice. That was actually good.
John Trobio.
I think I'm actually going to save time.
Nice.
He's a little drama king. I love him.
Oh my goodness.
Except for when he ruins my speedrun, then I don't love him. For a marathon, I really should grab that tool that he drops. I'm not going to, but should.
Yeah, it's just a little damage boost on whenever we heal. It'll kind of send out a cloud.
Yeah, it makes it to where you don't have to feel as bad using your silk to heal because you're kind of playing offense and defense at the same time, so it's really nice. But I'm not grabbing it. It'll make HHA too easy. We don't want to see that.
You can definitely grab it if you want to. If you're starting out, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Oh, it's super worth. Like
next.
I think starting out, you should grab Warding Bell and Claw Mirror. Like, you can't use them both, but you can use Warding Bell until you get Claw Mirror.
All right, Chad is making merciless fun of our boss friend over there, but Chat, we know all of you were that kid in elementary school, okay? You're not fooling anyone. We've all been there.
Yeah, it's even better if you walk away and then you come back in the room. He like lifts his head like he sees you and he like goes back to playing dead on the ground. It's pretty great. I don't think is that that's not the only NPC that has more lines than Hornet, right? I think there's a couple. I could be wrong on that.
Surprised.
But I wouldn't be surprised. She doesn't talk that much. Not a yapper. She's a yapper compared to the Knight.
She's not like you for real. That's true. Just got our claw line ability, aka grapple, aka harpoon.
AKA the best ability
Why
in
is
the
it
game.
called three things? Great question. So as you can see, we lunge to the side quite a bit there, and if we hit something, it does one needle's worth of damage. We also get one hit of silk off of it as well.
Oh, I didn't have
this. Is the one that costs one silk to use. Case in point. So if you do hit an enemy with it, it's just net neutral.
Also, I think it does slightly less than one needle.
Yeah, I could be wrong about that. I think it's 2 base needles worth. Don't blow me.
I don't remember. Oops. I'm gonna binge anyway. It's a marathon. Or, yeah. Show.
Hey,
Yeah,
we can be a
little bit earlier.
6 hours. 6 hours is a long time for a lot
Hey,
of
it's not nothing. But one of the
melodies.
There are a couple upsides and a couple downsides to doing the Bells route through Last Judge. One of the downsides is that Steam is open. One of the good sides is that there's a spot on the way over to High Halls that is like a shortcut that's open because we came from that side. That wouldn't be if we had gone through the mist. So it kind of like neutrals itself out. Oh, I love hitting that.
Nice.
Oh, I don't love missing that.
And the reason we came down this way was to grab the oh my gosh, what's that called?
Vault Keeper's Melody.
One of the melodies.
Yeah. This is the Vault Keeper.
The cylinder, the Psalm cylinder. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
That's the sacred cylinder, I think.
I don't know. But so if you played Hollow Knight, you know you have to go absorb the 3 dreamers so that you can open the Black Egg Temple. This is very similar to where you have to go around and get the 3 pieces of the melody in order to play it at the cage. I think it has a name. I forgot what it's called. But it allows you to go up to the final 2 bosses.
That's fine.
I think Cherry really likes having 2 bosses up there.
Slightly different than the other game.
Referenceometer. So yeah, we are coming up to probably the coolest spot in terms of movement in this game. This area that we're going up to is a big like platforming section, and I think that with the claw line, it is super flashy, and I show it off as often as I can, like in YouTube shorts and stuff, because I think it's so cool. And there's a bunch of different ways to do it. There's like some that are even faster than the way I'm going to do it. I just know I can pull off the version I'm going to do. But
Yep.
there's ways to like sneak around faster.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Using the
Jeremy.
claw line to pogo up those gears is definitely, I think, the biggest difference from a casual playthrough of this room. Nice. I guess pogoing on them manually as well, but our speedrunner brains are tainted. That's just normal
Yeah.
stuff to us, I think.
And then we have to do this puzzle. Thankfully, it's the same every time. This would be a nightmare if we had to like actually solve it every time. It was like randomly generated.
Just resetting the room because it's faster than letting them all kind of submit on their own.
Please. Okay.
RNG manip on the way up this wall.
All right. You ready to spam your cinemas in chat? Did you mean to put 7?
That's just what the emotes
Okay.
tab completed to. I don't know.
And then we're gonna make our way back down. I really hate messing that up, so I'm glad I nailed it. All right, now on to everyone's
Do you like
favorite part.
melodies? Yeah.
Chakra, come help me.
Yeah, everyone's favorite part of the room.
True. If we had double jump, we could turn those guys off. That'd be cool. Oh, I went the wrong way.
So this said something interesting there. He said, Chakra, come help me. And if you struggle enough in this game, NPCs actually do come help you. It's so cool. It happens way more often than it did in Hollow Knight.
Well, you do have to do things to make it happen. Like Chakra won't do it unless you buy them.
Yeah. Right.
And Garma and Zazo, you have
some
to
other ones.
have gotten their help earlier.
Yep.
Ow.
Oh, it's so sick. Okay.
I need him not to be where he is. Can you come forward, please?
Yeah, you might be thinking like, okay, we just gotta get past this guy and then we won't see him again. And you'd be wrong. You'd be very you'd be so wrong. Ooh. Oh,
We can fix it.
it's okay, he's him.
We're fine.
OMG guys, it's the room.
The room.
I forgot that was my second job. Bang.
You think I wasn't gonna do it because I'm on 1 health? I don't care. I'll die.
He doesn't give a heck.
I don't give a heck. Himothy.
That kind of looked like a silo clip to me. I don't know.
Sir's like, he can never.
I'm head and hands right now, man.
All right, hardest part of the run by probably 1 billion miles.
Welcome to HHA.
Oh, why are you over there?
A beautiful concoction of Team Cherry's, in some people's opinions, is worst creations.
Yeah, it's not a short
All in one
wonder.
place.
I just don't know why they hate me so much. I bought their game. I like it. What did I do to
Yeah,
you?
well, no, they remembered you running Hollow Knight and were like, let's make this specifically to spite Viz. But a bunch of flying enemies, projectiles, parries, silk stealers.
No silk to steal.
I learned
Dummy.
I learned today from Viz that there's actually a way to make those silk stealing fellows not spawn anywhere at all.
No, only in HHA.
That's not true. It's everywhere. He's referencing a comment he got on his YouTube short today.
Two of them. The first two.
Here's another classic Team Cherry fake out. That's not the end of the arena. It really looked like it was, but it's not.
One more. Oh, two more. There we go. Miscounted.
This is a very reasonable and understandable spot to be stuck. Keep at it. I believe you.
Woo!
Hey Viz, someone just mentioned hitless any percent while you're in HHA. Just wanted to point that out.
No. What? Oh. Did I break his spear with my spear? Easy. Ah, I threw it to him.
It seems that this is a hot take, but I actually really enjoy fighting these two at the end of the arena. Like, it's a fun fight to me. I wish it wasn't at the end of the arena, but
I just feel like they're the.
I win if their attacks didn't overlap so hard.
yeah.
There we go.
Bang! First try. I might die 3 times.
As I might.
That's true.
And this is our third. That's definitely the Watcher Knights of this run. The super hard, ridiculously busted roadblock, but before one of the melodies.
It's the 1-2-2-1 Watcher Knight.
Yeah.
It's the LP THK.
All right. I am gonna quit.
It's the Switch low percent THK.
A reference only he gets.
I think someone took world record actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have a boss that is pretty difficult, not overly so. Like it's not. I don't think it's anywhere near as hard as HJ, but definitely dieable.
I do.
Wouldn't be the first time
Dieable.
or the 20th time. Oh, we do have our next cinema moment though. That's pretty cool.
Get your cinemas ready.
This was definitely like goosebumps the first time I saw it.
Goosebumps every time.
I mean, I normally have like house music playing in.
When you say house music, do you play like techno while you're running or something?
Depends on the day. But yeah. I'm known for my mini playlists.
Man of many playlists.
They're bangers. I think I heard somewhere that what plays when the lights on the eyes light up for 2 of them are actually swapped from the melody that plays when you get them. Like they accidentally messed it up. I think it's the conductor and the architect.
I don't know that they're swapped, but the conductor does not sing what he's singing to you for sure. I should pay attention next time. That's interesting. I always noticed the conductor didn't sing what he sang to you, but
I have no fact check for that. I don't know for sure. All right. Hi, Lace. Our little bratty sister. Our sassy lost child. Well, not our sister, but I don't want a bunch of lore people to get mad at me.
I don't know why he said that, but I don't want to say anything. Sick arena, by the way.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I really like the cutscene. Unfortunately, I'm not watching that in speedrun.
Yeah. Cutscene's awesome. The fight does start right out of the cutscene. Like, she attacks frame 1, and it hits you every time if you get it casually. Easy. Bang. You know, I feel like Lace 2 is really the silo clip of this run, you know? Like, it's super hard.
What isn't silo clip? Like getting out of bed in the morning is silo clip for you? Like remembering to eat dinner, silo clip?
I guess that depends where you live. If you live on a farm, it could be a silo clip.
You gotta go outside, milk the cows, silo clip. All right, so we're gonna get our second silk cart and change. Oh! Never. Hello? Okay, grab the ledge, please. There we go.
I think you can lock that out at the top. Or I guess, yeah, they do lock out in the rooms.
You know, I just thought about, does Truaning do this like early so that they can have the second silk cart? I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal to not be able to regen a second one, but pretty useful. Without that fall, I actually would have saved time in that split. That was a pretty decent fight. So now we're gonna make our way up to the cradle, and we are gonna fight Grandmother Silk. 2 words, grandmother. And this fight I like to describe as, if you've seen Truaning in Hollow Knight, I like to describe it as Radiance if it was designed better. Because I think if you play, like, I think Radiance normally is fine, but I think whenever you run Truaning and you have 5 health and you're trying to go fast, I think there's a lot of design choices for that fight that are really frustrating for us, because we have to take like a bunch of like weird 50-50 risks if you want to like do it the fastest. This fight is actually like, all the attacks are like really telegraphed. Like, it's actually really good. I like this fight a lot. And it's easier than Radiance. I think most people think that, but this isn't the end of the true ending in this game. I think that fight's harder than Radiance by like a significant amount.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, also, I'm not allowed to heal. That's not a game thing. That's a
we're not healing.
My reputation thing. He also has an attack that does 3 health, and I really don't want to die, so we're gonna have to lock in a bit.
Yeah, we've already seen that attack. It's where the silk throughout this one, right?
Yeah. Luckily, I killed her because I was gonna jump, or I was gonna fall, and I was not gonna have a lot of time to get above those 2. Yeah, if that goes off, and I'm on top of one of the threads, that does 3 damage. Okay. All right, and time will start whenever the cutscene starts here in a minute, 30 seconds.
Watch the silk meter. Yeah, the whole HUD changes.
Yeah,
Silk meter's growing because we're absorbing our silk.
There's a mod that lets your HUD always look like that.
Yeah.
All right, and 3, 2, 1, time.
GG's. That was a heck of a death animation there.
Yeah. There was actually a cut ending of the game where you don't absorb her, like you don't press the button you're supposed to at the end, and like a different ending happens. You kind of like fuse with Grandmother Silk, and it's kind of cool. I recommend going and looking up the cutscene from the like that was cut. It's still like in the game files, but obviously just go look it up on YouTube. It's easier.
Well, as we enjoy the end game cutscene here, now is a great time for you to let the wonderful people out there know if you have any shout outs, if you stream, if you've mentioned YouTube a couple times, Discord, anything like that. Now's a great time.
Yeah. I stream basically every day. It's Silksong, and I've been doing MCSR Minecraft speedrunning for fun here and there. My YouTube is just visuals. Twitch is visuals TV. Quick thing, in 2 weeks on March 14th and 15th will be my stream, or like my Twitch channel's 13th anniversary. Yes, I've been streaming for a really, really long time. And on the first day, we're going to be doing like 6 or 7 of us. That was an accident. A group of us where we're going to be beating Minecraft hardcore with a shared health bar. And then the day after that, I'm going to be doing, on the 15th, I'm going to be doing a Silksong all achievements run. I don't even know if anybody's done it yet, but I'm going to be attempting it. And I don't even have all the achievements right now. So I'm going to be using the like Steam achievement thing to wipe all my achievements from scratch so I can get all of them in one run. So that'll be twitch.tv/visualstv.
When you
Don't miss it.
Oh, sorry. When you said your YouTube was just visuals, I was like, yeah, it's a video platform. What else would it be?
Yeah, there's no audio. It's just things on the screen. It's just really cool, pretty lights.
Sorry, Mr. Stern. You've got some shout outs for yourself, too.
Oh, no. Just this guy. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
You'll be silent clipping away.
You're gonna make Thomas and OJ crash out that he doesn't run Halo anymore with us.
They're scratching their arms right now.
All right, well, I'm going to keep the outro short because we're behind schedule. So that is it for us here at Perilous Paths. I just want to say thank you very quickly to everybody who's been on the show today. Selku, Jelly, Pickled Human, and of course, YouTube Visuals and Mr. Sir. Also, big shout out to Ray and our production team behind the scenes for making sure that everything works. But don't go anywhere because we are going to be right back shortly after a break with the Scenic Route, which is going to be giving you, I believe, a Fatales preview, which I am super excited for. And reminder, that is next week. So mark your calendars, check out the schedule. It's going to be incredible, but don't go anywhere. Hotfix will be back in just a few minutes.